Look at this kid's big hand.
SunDaze, SunDaze,
SunDaze,
SunDaze.
SunDaze.
I'm the illest host on the East Coast, eating a delicious slice of buttered toast. Styles. And this man is.
It's your boy Fifth.
And this man is.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
And this man is.
Damn it, time, baby. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. We are here. We are still not queer. This is episode 68. The
Well, you
Epstein
are.
saga continues and continues and continues. Does the rabbit hole ever end, or does it just go straight to the center of the earth? I just
This
don't even
is wild.
like the stuff, because we need to talk about a lot of this stuff because, like, all right, so Hammer, we'll start with you. What is the craziest shit that you have seen so far, like in these emails and whatever? It's so,
Yeah, let's
so
all
many.
start off with what our craziest find is.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I gotta get it on my phone.
yeah.
Because
This
there's
shit
been
is
so
wild,
much
dude.
wild and crazy shit. It's like,
Ugh.
what? All I know is I'm never
All right,
going to
so
look
the-
at cream cheese
so-
the same.
Yeah. You gotta
The
go.
craziest, not so much the craziest one, but like the wildest one, like the one that's so far out of left field, was I heard that
Yeah.
the Island Boys are Jeffrey Epstein's sons. Did you guys hear that one?
Yeah, I had heard that before previously. That doesn't even shock me that much. Dude, I got one. What do you guys think about it says that Joe Biden was shot and killed in 2019 and that wasn't which if you look at the pictures, dude, all the comparisons, I know that's the craziest shit, but like it's fucked. It doesn't even look like the same person. Like I know when you get old, your bone structure deteriorates and shit. Like I don't know, man. And Mamdani too. They're saying that Mamdani is an Epstein kid. What do you think about that one?
They're all in the Epstein file. Bro, our FBI dude, Cash Patel, Epstein file. Pam Bondi, Epstein file. How are the people that's leading our federal government in the Epstein files? We got all these
A lot
prime
of 'em.
ministers and princes and fucking people.
But bro, that makes sense.
power trust.
Who was the ones that said it didn't exist? Pam Bondi, Cash Patel.
And Cash.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey. The stock market, though, bud. All right, the stock market.
Bro, Wall Street
That was
is
great,
through the
too.
roof right now.
Dude,
But the
what
Dow
about,
Jones ended over 50,000.
bro? Why are they such jerky enthusiasts? That I'd really like to know about that one too. Yes, that's scaring
what
me.
was really fucking disgusting a while when they was talking about like newborn babies with the fucking umbilical cord still attached, doing stuff to newborn babies and saying that it tasted like cream cheese.
And
I'm like-
and talking about killing and eating babies. Yes, it's
Yeah,
like
I'm like, yo, y'all just nasty. Y'all fucked up.
All right, I think mine was that we all knew this, but they kind of swept it under the rug as a conspiracy theory. But Pizzagate was real.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, so real. Do you see the stuff? Like it's just stuff.
everybody's
It
been saying
doesn't make
the conspiracy theory for our whole lifetime is all real.
Bro,
Like, we
conspiracy
need
theories
new
are like
conspiracy.
100 no right now. They're
yeah,
like 100 no.
we need new conspiracy theories because all the old ones fucking get you.
They're true.
Like, dude, what? Like, you see how they talk about pizza though? Like, it can't deny. They're talking about pizza like, oh, there's only one slice of pizza for the 7 of us, and it's beautiful and glowing, and like,
I mean,
it's
no, that's-
fucking John Podesta is in an email talking about having kids delivered to a fucking retreat in the woods to the hot tub and says they act very adult for their age, but do remember that they are still children, like giving them instructions and shit. Like, bro, why are these people still walking the earth, dude? We're just not gonna do anything. Is that what's gonna happen?
I hope we do something. I don't think any government in the world is going to do anything.
Look in Europe. In Europe, they're actually elected officials who are resigning and shit. Why isn't that happening here? You know what I mean? Like, are we the sickest place on the planet? I don't know. Like,
I'm starting to think that the whole planet elites is like this, bro. All of them, they all fucking weirdos. All right, they get to a certain level of power by doing nasty shit with other people and fucking.
I wonder what the level of money is that, like, once you hit a certain level, you're just like, you know what, man? I can't just do whatever
Well,
the fuck
is it
I
even
want
money?
now.
Is it even money? Think about this. Think about this from a different angle. We call this, they call it the prison planet. Earth is the prison planet, right? Think of it like that. So who's our master? Is these elites. What if these elites really aren't even human? What if they're like aliens? Think about this as a totalitarian, like take yourself above and look down as Ariel. How could one of us get to this point if they were human beings, right? How could one of us get to this point of like degeneracy,
of wealth and untouchableness,
and just being able to like destroy people? It wouldn't be like that unless another race came here and made us believe that they were our leaders, and then just dispersed us to do their willing.
You're talking about
Their
reptilians.
bidding, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't.
Well, I was just
Have you
talking.
ever seen the people in the videos where their eyes fucking change
right?
and shit?
I was watching this video that had a compilation of pictures and shit from Epstein Island. Bro, he had a bathhouse that was shaped like a temple, and it had like blue and white paint on it, kind of like a concentration camp building. And inside he had all this wild shit. But he had a dresser that he had these two poles that were different on the end of it that was to match Freemasonry symbolism. And at the top of the dome in the bathhouse, he had this big painting on the dome, on the ceiling of like some Freemason shit. That made my brain open, and I'm like, all right, say Epstein was like the leader of Freemasons now. Freemasons been around since the start of this fucking country.
Yeah, and it's connected to
There's
fucking
like a whole line of Epsteins.
And it goes further than that
Epstein
because Freemasons connect to like the fucking Templars and shit. It goes back to
the Vatican,
fucking
bro.
times,
It
bro.
goes back to the Vatican.
Dude.
Bro, they showed a picture of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell kissing the Pope's hand.
Dude, the Pope is evil too, man. I hate to
Like,
have to say that.
you know what I mean? Like,
I hate to have to say that. It's
well,
true.
it's not the
against
new
what you
Pope.
believe.
It's not the new Pope. It was
Yeah,
the last
man.
Pope, the old Pope. But yeah, picture of them kissing his hand.
Like,
It's
like, did you know that the
whoever was in
current
power, they did shit, and I think that after Epstein stopped teaching college classes, you got to think he was a high school dropout, was teaching college math, and then all of a sudden became a fucking millionaire
at Harvard? I know.
So
No,
it's like-
because he never made that money legitimately. He was what they call a fixer. He was a person that was willing to do pretty much anything.
Right.
you know where his
How
money
can
came
you
from?
be a fixer if you don't get put into that power? We got to look at a root.
Maxwell's dad.
Les Wexner,
He took
dude.
over
Look at Les
Maxwell's
Wexner.
dad's fortune.
Yeah.
And they used his bank accounts to like pretty much wire money. Like a lot of the money that went through his accounts, did you know all his bank accounts were the names of fucking demons? Did you see that? That was in the emails too.
The ball.
Like fucking Baal, Moloch.
Yeah.
Like
Well, look at when he had
and
an
Moloch
interview
is who
with
they
Steve
sacrifice
Bannon.
kids to.
Look at
In
the Steve
California,
Bannon
that's the
interview
owl.
where
That's the
Steve
owl
Bannon
Bohemian
asked
Grove.
him straight up.
And
if
they
he
were
was the
doing
devil.
all this motherfucking eugenic shit. Like it goes way beyond. Like the abuse of the children is terrible. I get it, but they want you to look just in that direction. It goes way beyond that. These motherfuckers were fucking mad scientists doing shit in labs. Like they were doing like Nazi level fucking experimentation shit. Like
Bro,
Yeah.
that was in the 40s. That's almost 100 years ago. What do you think they're doing now with the
oh my
technology
god,
they have now?
they're fucking
It's
cloning
leagues
people.
above what we
You
can
know
even
they're
fathom.
cloning people.
Well,
you don't
look
think
at
they're
the
cloning
room that his girlfriend had in their house with the dentist chair. On the wall, they had a bunch of like masks of faces. Listen, we got the fucking technology. This motherfucker definitely, in my opinion, was doing some face transplant shit in there.
Yeah, why were all those?
Mask
Why
was just
were all
the art
those?
version of it.
Why were all those dentist chairs in like all of his properties that he owned?
Because when the girls get up there, they put their legs up. It's like pap smear time, guys.
No, aren't they
Let
pulling
us
their
get
teeth
some.
out?
Let us get some. No, they're probably pulling babies out and friggin'
Yeah,
eating
no
them
shit.
right there. That's it.
No, I think I read that they were pulling the teeth out so that they didn't bite them.
Oh
Did you
my
see that
god,
one?
who knows? I guess that's possible too. No,
Shit's
but
that's
dude,
one thing I read.
I know, like, dude, every time you say stuff, it reminds me of different stuff. Like, they had these labs where I guess the strongest genes in the world is black women from a certain part of Africa. Have you guys heard this before?
Yeah, so,
And they would pay these women like unlimited amounts of money, like for their eggs or to artificially inseminate them. But they would be paid to, like, when the baby was born, they would take the baby and they weren't keeping it. Like, let's put it that way. Because if it
look
has
at
your
fucking-
DNA,
Epstein had an order of over 300 gallons of sulfuric acid.
That's
Bro,
used to
what
melt
bones and
bodies.
bodies are you just disintegrating?
You know what it goes back to too?
Gallons, bro. It's a
Like-
whole truck.
Like the uber wealthy, and this has been going on forever. They always, you notice you hear about back in the day, these kings and queens who kill people and like bathed in their blood and shit like that. Like they want to find out a way to live forever is what these so-called elites, they think of themselves as elites.
Yeah.
Like they can never get enough money. That's why they've consolidated all their wealth for like the last 10 years. Like they've really put their plan into motion, dude. Like, and if we don't do something, we're just gonna fucking turn into whoever said slave planet on here. That is the fucking direction that they like.
Prison planet. Prison planet.
Like, bro, they're definitely breeding kids and shit. They're definitely cloning people. They're definitely trying to make like hybrid things too. I don't know if you've seen it.
They've been doing that, bro. That shit goes back to the early 1900s, bro.
Yes, dude. But I'm talking about they try to mix like human with like.
That's what I'm
with,
saying,
like,
bro.
animals.
They've been doing that shit for a minute, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And with the technology we have now,
we're gonna stop it if it's all
we can't at this point.
powerful people.
We can't at this point. I think we're past the point. We've gone past the point of going back. You can't now. Like momentum has shifted too much going one direction. It's impossible to go backwards at this point.
But we still have to fight against it. We can't just fucking get into it.
We still gotta fight against it. But what I'm saying is, like, we gotta figure out some type of way where, like, a human can't be compromised to fucking align with them. I mean,
it's human nature, though, dude. Think about how it's the way the system's built. They got
Think about how easily people could get bought.
You're a slave your entire
out,
life,
dude.
Most people would do anything to get out of working a 9 to 5 every day and slaving. So the moment that door's open, they're like, oh, later, bye guys, catch you on the other side. I'm taking my chance. Y'all want to live
like
this
that's
bullshit?
I hear like that, like the abuse of children or murder of children, like that is like an initiation type shit because they know if you'll do that, you'll do anything. Like,
well, they got you on video too, so what you do, go against them. They'll blacklist you on, as they own all
and that's a
fucking
big part of it
mainstream
too.
medias. They'll just be like, oh, so-and-so came out and exposed light on this. Oh, he has mental health issues. He's on SSRIs. Bro, all of a sudden, everyone thinks he's fucking crazy. No one gives what he's saying.
We've seen it happen to so many different people, so many different celebrities. Anybody who tries to speak out.
Look at Kanye. Kanye's even got to the point now where he's like, yo, I gotta fucking say sorry now. You know what I mean? I gotta say sorry to them boys. And
he's having meetings with them boys.
Them boys is like, I think, completely behind Epstein. You were like, obviously they're the ones who funded his lifestyle.
I have a video about 9/11 that talks about the Jewish being involved in it, and I've been wanting to put it on our YouTube, but I'm afraid to get a spanking because that happened the last time. I put some shit on there about
send it out. I want to see it.
I put it about what hit the Pentagon. I can't do it right this second. It would be because it's on my phone and I'm actually. But anyways, when I put the shit about what hit the Pentagon, I got banned from doing anything for a week on YouTube. They gave me a fucking yeah. Fuck you, YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now.
Yo, Hammer, try to find a picture of those chairs, those dentist chairs inside Epstein Island. See if you can pull those up.
Yeah, fun, dude. Go into like TikTok and type in Epstein and see what kind of funky ass shit you can find because there's a lot of it.
Oh, dude, speaking of eugenics, did you hear the part where he was dealing with, I want to say it was Fauci, and dealing with the mRNA vaccines and how he wanted to put his DNA in everyone? Like, talk about
all
superiority.
Dude.
This dude, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, dude, and since we're talking about that, there's the whole superiority part of it. All of these billionaire Jewish people, do you see the way they talk about white people, dude? Goyim? They call them fucking goyim and fucking animals and pigs, like white Christians, like I think of the scum of the earth. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Wasn't Jesus Jewish?
What, dude? Have you ever heard where they talk about? There's actually Jewish people who's come out and say that like they kidnap children and they send them to a slaughterhouse and turn them into hamburger meat and sell that meat to McDonald's. You ever seen those videos?
I've seen that about the McDonald's too, because they brought up a good point too. They were like, all right, well, McDonald's
there's not enough cows.
Out of fucking millions of burgers a day across the world. They don't have cows like that. Like, there's not enough cows.
If you really think about it.
Never mind.
What
just
the fuck are we eating, bro? McDonald's hamburgers is fucking people. It's people.
I'll bring that picture.
I haven't even eaten that shit lately because Kathy's been on a diet kick. So I do
And
have a
listen,
donut
I'm not
here,
gonna
though.
lie. Every time I eat at McDonald's, it fucks up my stomach. So maybe
Like,
my
it
stomach's
tastes-
like, you should not be eating people, bro.
Bro, have you seen the
Because
videos
you-
where they poured like molten fucking metal on it and it just like cascaded off? It didn't burn the burger. Like, I don't know what that shit's made out of, dude.
Super preservatives, bro.
And then you
Yeah,
like put it out. If you put that shit
video was in
outside
Epstein files.
for 6 months, it looks the same almost as when you fucking got it. Have you seen the time lapse fucking videos on that shit?
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous to me. It's like,
Yeah,
how, bro?
man.
Like, what is in that shit?
They call a lot of the food that we eat nowadays, they call it food-like substances. Because a lot of the processed shit we eat is almost not even fucking
It's pink
food
slime,
anymore.
bro. You ever see the thing where they mold chicken nuggets and all that shit from pink slime? It's all coming from one group.
Dude, ever since I saw this shit, like, I mean, I have a strong stomach, but Kathy didn't fucking eat meat for a while. Like, she was like fucking
We
disturbed
know.
by
I can tell by your attitude.
No, she still had to take her daily pork intake. She's not fucking she's not a Durka Muhammad Jihad. Oh, Durka canceled.
I got a picture of that chair up, Paul, if you want to throw it up.
Yeah, okay, let's get it. Usually it pops up that you're there. Why don't I
Should
see
be.
it? I don't see it, but I'll check anyways. Yep, it is. You're right. Shit's acting funky. Here we go. Are you able to like zoom in at all? No?
Yeah, see, that's the chair with all the masks on the wall.
Can you zoom in at all, Hammer? Is that possible or no?
These
I'm zooming in
motherfuckers
on my
was
computer.
actually doing like face transplants in there.
I just didn't know if we could zoom in on the freaking.
And then the little cartoon fake masks on the wall was just art decorations.
Like, that shit's disturbing. Like, why?
Like trophies for every face that they did. They made a fake mask and hung it on the wall and was like, yeah, that one was really this guy, but that's what he looks like now.
Can't say that they didn't give us to us when they did Face Off with John Travolta and fucking Nicolas Cage in the 90s.
Yeah.
And don't they always do that shit? Aren't they always putting shit in movies way ahead of time? Like, way before it comes out?
always.
No.
That
Well, 'cause
movie,
they know that
Civil
they can
War.
make money on it. They're like, why keep this a secret? We got to tell somebody. Fucking put it in a movie so people think it's fake and we'll just profit on it.
It's desensitizing too, so that when it does come out, we're not all like, "Whoa!" We've already seen it.
Exactly. Yeah,
Guys.
it also makes a lot of people sound like conspiracy theorists because, like, nah, bro, that's what they do in the movies. Like, come on, fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
What
But it's
else are
like,
we
nah,
missing?
like,
In the I know there's more like wow factor shit in those Epstein, like, and it's not even done. Like, there's people still going through
There's
it.
still
Like,
3 million pages that haven't been released.
do you think?
Oh,
we'll
did
see
you hear
him-
the one about Michael Jackson?
Oh yeah, that Michael
that he was
Jackson,
protecting kids?
That he was saving the
no?
kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Neverland.
I've
Ranch.
actually thought for a long time that I don't think he actually was doing stuff to kids. I think that they were trying to like that they were trying to get the music that he owned. They were trying to like destroy his name. I think he was a weird ass dude. Don't get me wrong, but because like
Or was he? Or was he? Because he was.
But-
They made him out to be that way, and we all bought it.
yeah,
But was he really?
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he was just
I
an
think he did
eccentric.
it. I think he did what they wanted him to do for him to be successful, but he knew it was causing harm to kids because he never had a childhood. So he was like,
And they probably
hey,
killed him too, to be honest.
right. So basically, he probably pretended like, yo, I'm one of you guys. Send the kids to my place, and just let them run around in an amusement park instead of fucking diddling them and shit.
Yeah.
And then once they
Seriously.
realized that
So
he
Henry-
wasn't doing shit to the kids, they offed him.
They're like, wait a minute, we thought you were diddling these kids. You're not. You're trying to save them. You
Let
son
him
of a
ride the
bitch.
roller coaster. What happened to you with you? Come on, you gave the kids some toys. That's not what you were supposed to do.
Bro. So is there any names that have been has been associated with Epstein now that you was surprised to see at all, or ones that you thought would be there that aren't there?
None. I'm not surprised by none of these motherfuckers.
Mm.
You see Rogan's name ended up in it?
Yep.
Yeah, Rogan talked
Except for
about
not
it,
going.
and he was
But
saying,
what
yeah,
was-
not going. He was like, yo, what the fuck? He
Yeah.
was like, I don't need to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some people
wanted
ended
nothing
up
to do
there
with that.
just because, like fucking Alex Jones was in the Epstein files because Epstein was talking about how he didn't like Alex Jones and that he needed to be taken down.
Hey, who's the dude in the meetings that they've been having lately? The older white dude, bald head, that said that he had 2 meetings with Epstein. Once back in the day, he had Epstein come over and his wife was there, and he said that something happened and Epstein was absolutely disgusting, said it publicly, and was like, I'll never go there. And then on the records that got released, it said that he flew there with his wife, kids, and his nanny, and Epstein was looking for the nanny.
Was that the neighbor? That might have been the neighbor.
I don't know who it was. I know they just had him interviewing.
Bro, there's so much,
I'm
man.
like, that's an old white dude. I don't know his face. I'm like, but I know he's powerful somehow.
Doesn't it say in there that Jay-Z went to the island and shit?
Yep.
Nah, in the files about Jay-Z's name, it was what they also did in this to make.
Oh, those spirit cookers. Do you know what those people are? Those spirit cookers for the
Yeah,
celebrities?
well, what they did was
Witchcraft,
they put Jay-Z's
pagan
name in
motherfuckers.
with FBI tip line. So they put files in there from an FBI tip line about anything that they got tips on Epstein is in there.
Yeah.
So any names that somebody called on a 1-800 number. So there's
That's how a lot of the Trump shit got in there too. Even though some of the earlier stuff is from, but like
they say
a lot of
Trump's
the
name is in there more than Harry Potter's name is in the Harry Potter books. That's a lot of fucking times. Like, yo, the Harry
But
Potter,
all
I've
of it-
never read the Harry Potter books, but I've seen it.
But the question I have is, all of it that's in there is like hearsay. It's nothing that's solid proof. Like
right, but listen,
like,
there's still a
but
lot
the
of
people
times
they
to be
bro,
mentioned.
there's pictures of Bill Clinton like butt ass naked in a jacuzzi.
Right.
Like,
Fucking, he's a weirdo too. What I'm saying, bro, if your name is in the Epstein files more than Jesus' name is in the Bible.
Well, I said it
problem.
before too. Like, if he is part of it, burn him at the fucking stake with the
Like,
rest
bro,
of them.
you can Google
100%.
it. Like, go on any of these search platforms, right? Type in, is Trump's name in the Epstein files more than Jesus' name is in the Bible? And it says yes. Bro, because it said the Bible says that Jesus.
What do you think about that,
in there
Joey?
1,800 times. And then they're trying to say that fucking Trump's name's in the Epstein files like thousands of times. So just a comparison. I'm like, bro, your name's in the files more than Jesus is in the Bible. That says something to me. Like, it's fucking weird. And I know that Epstein was a kingmaker. This motherfucker was making people and putting them into positions of power and all this other shit. So maybe Trump gave him some blackmail information on somebody else, and Epstein's like, hey, I'll help you if you help me. Fuck that, dude. I'll put you in power. Cool, because you gave me dirt on this one. Good looks.
Yo,
Is there any shit in those files though that have Trump like incriminated? Like, is there anything specific? I didn't think so, because it would have definitely been out by now.
There's no smoking gun per se.
Yeah, there's nothing that's a smoking gun yet. I still think there's gonna be a way more that comes out, but anything that's on Trump that looks incriminating isn't gonna come out while Trump's president. The DOJ's his people.
This is going to be the long game. You think there's going to be stuff that comes out even after he's done?
Absolutely. You got to think Republicans ain't going to put Republicans on the coals of fire. Why are they going to burn their own people? They got to protect their people.
A lot of Republicans really aren't for Trump.
Only the MAGA faction of the Republican Party is going to
right. But the MAGA faction is the bigger faction.
I want them all to go down.
The MAGA part of Republicans is the bigger chunk of Republicans right now.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So that's the people you got to appease to. You're not going to throw anybody under the bus. That's your peoples.
No, so the people that are running this are his people, like Pam Bondi, fucking Kash Patel, shit like that. Those
right.
and the people in the positions of power.
Pam Bondi's going to release anything that's
no, her name's in it. Why
right. So she was at the party too. She was like, "Don't worry, Donnie, I got you."
You know what they did with these? If you look at what they did with these files, is they have the real meat of the files, and then they polluted the potency by adding in Donald Trump's name 6,000 times, saying, "Oh, Trump's name's there 6,000 times," but not giving context to why it's there. Right. When the vast majority are them people referring to Trump being like he didn't like him, he backed away from him. But you don't want to use that part of it. So they say, well, his name was there 6,000 times. It's like
that's what I mean. Like if there's no meat and potatoes for that, it's for his name being in there, then it's irrelevant to being in there. You may as well not even have brought it up, you know.
But the mainstream media knows that people aren't going to pay attention to that. All they care about is Trump's on the list. That's like those two retards that
fucking
Efron and that kid Sean Paul.
Nobody is
going to they're on fucking social media all the time. I catch them on Facebook all the time. Look, Trump's name was on Epstein files. Yeah, but what was it saying? Oh, it doesn't matter. His name's on the list, so therefore he's guilty. Well, it's fucking. What are you retarded?
Listen, I think anybody whose name was on the list to go with them, nah, you suspect in my book. I wouldn't hang with you.
I still think you're suspect, right? But anybody that we have like the fucking evidence on, and there's people that do now.
People who we have direct evidence
on. People need to be brought to justice.
Exterminate them motherfuckers.
And I don't think anybody, honestly, I think they thought that maybe somebody would, but I don't think anybody's gonna forget about this shit. I really don't think so.
This is gonna be the biggest thing in world history for the next like 10 years besides wars and AI.
Dude, the internet basically has changed the world because you can fucking find like in some good ways and in a lot of bad ways, like cuz you can put so much propaganda, you can sway what the public thinks about things.
Well, like you got to think, how long is it going to take to sift through 3 million documents?
6 million total.
Or 6 million. Cuz the new 3 million.
But there's more. But there's more.
Yeah. Right. So guess what? They're going to keep dropping shitloads on people.
We should demand the rest. Well, no, because they said that, this is the final.
Listen to whatever their talking points are and their defenses. Like, okay, yeah, they're talking about Trump's names in there, but nothing's fucking bad or incriminating. No shit, because his people ain't going to say nothing. He's in power right now. If I was in power right now and I did something fucked up and my people just threw me under the fucking bus, sorry, you're fired. I planted something.
No, but the only thing that goes against Aaron, the only thing that goes against that is Biden was in office from 20 to 24, had these same files.
Why didn't he drop any of them? Because what Pam Bondi's saying right now, the whole system will collapse as we know it. So all of these world leaders, it will lead to a world war because we're going to have to expose that Epstein, was a spy for Israel. We're going to have to stop kissing them boys' ass and say,
he was a double.
Blackmailed the world. Right.
He was he was a double agent. He was CIA. He was Mossad. He was
MI6, dude. He worked for all
everything. Yes.
Have you seen the interview? Bro, this is interesting. Have you seen the interview of him with fucking Steve Bannon, where Steve Bannon asked him if he's the devil, incarnate?
And he's like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Oh, the devil's smart and attractive." He was like, "Oh, the devil's smart."
No, but he said weird shit too. He said something like, "I have a good mirror." He made little, bro. I think he was like a fucking demon, man. He's probably still alive. What about that?
That's possible.
Talk about that.
That's possible too.
Oh, the swap out, how they swapped him off for someone else.
Yeah.
I guess. I guess
is going around of him somewhere with like a full beard, kind of like yours, Fifth.
I saw that.
Like look like himself, but he still does.
I saw that.
Like
shit.
If you took the beard off, that's fucking Epstein all day.
But if you look it up, after he died, people got footage with a drone of someone who looks just like him on his fucking island.
Yeah.
And so what they're saying, I guess.
Yeah.
What I heard was.
And hop back in.
But. Peep this. What I heard is that Hillary Clinton's brother, did you hear this part of it? I guess he looks very similar to Jeffrey Epstein, and he died 2 months before, which would mean they would have had to, like, freeze his body or something, but that's like another fucking... Dude, it's just like, there's so much shit.
Conspiracy, right?
Like, they're trying to say that they used his body or someone's body.
Because all of this happening at once, my brain been going crazy.
Wouldn't it make sense?
Listen, Styles.
We're releasing the Epstein
files right now as the whole world's in an AI arms race. We're not going to be able to have the AI live for us. The AI has got its own mind pretty much. As soon as we program it, it's fucking on its own. We've already
people are using AI to go through the files. Actually, it's been helpful. Like,
wait. I think that they drop these files now because they know sooner or later they can't hide these shits anymore. Because fucking AI is going to rat them out and throw everybody under the bus. So right now, they got to do their little PR, save face shit, point fingers. But it's literally the whole room pointing fingers at each other.
And I heard that's why they dropped, like...
That's
I
what the
heard
law goes,
that's
and
why
nothing
they
gets done
dropped
that
like
way.
so much files with like no fucking context. And I also heard that they're harder to these files. The other ones you could download them to your computer like really easy, and that these ones are not. Like they're making it harder like to go through the information. Like
Yeah.
and they're erasing shit. Like when shit starts to blow up a little bit, like on social media, and then you go to try to find it again, it gets erased from the government website. Have you seen that shit?
Mm-hmm.
There've been internet scrubbing for a long time. That's been going on since fucking
Oh,
9/11.
and nobody believes that shit. Like fucking shout out
Well,
to
because
that dumb fuck.
they had pictures of victims that was released while the fucking suspects was redacted. And they had a whole email released. One of
They had
the
victims'
lawyer,
names and redacted the fucking perpetrators,
yeah, the
bro.
fucking lawyer
That's
sent the
fucked up.
email to the fucking the board of the DOJ and shit, and was like, "Listen, do not release these names and images. These are the victims. Here's a list of clients I'm representing that are victims in this case. Redact these names." They released that email. I'm like, bro. I'm like, they trying to silence.
You know what's weird too, though? I
quick.
was just thinking this the other day. Tell me what you guys think about this. You know how they had when all this Epstein shit was going on the other day, they had a few of the survivors. They had the girls there, and they were like talking and shit. How come none of these women? And they said they were going to. How come they haven't put out a list of the perpetrators? Like, are they afraid for their life? Like, isn't that a good question?
Like,
They signed NDAs for
they've
them.
already said names and shit, but it's like they're not gonna really. They're already not believed, and they already don't have a platform to talk. How is the
goddamn
world
shame,
gonna hear
actually,
them
dude.
unless some type of news station puts them on? And then the news station basically like, here's the script. If you don't say what the fuck we tell you to, this will never air.
Oh, Aaron, you just sent that link to the group for Jeffrey Epstein's emails. I'll put that in the Facebook group, in the SunDaze Facebook group.
Jmail.world. You can literally
so you
log
can see
in.
what these sick fucks are talking about in there.
You can literally log into his emails.
Guys, what do you make of this? With everything going on,
fucking horrible, bro.
with everything going on, what do you make of the fact that mainstream media, instead of like talking about any of this shit, are all talking about the Nancy Guthrie fucking situation?
Oh, her mom?
Yeah, like what do you think about that? It's starting to look kind of weird too.
Is that connected, though?
What?
Her mother was connected by giving up some names or something, right?
I haven't even heard that part yet.
Oh,
They ain't never gonna find her, bro. It's been like 2 weeks.
Files.
It's been like 2 weeks, bro. Like the chance of them finding you when you're kidnapped after like 33 days or something, or
And
72
she's
hours is like
84.
less than 10%.
And she's 84. She had a pacemaker. She was supposed to be on a few different medications. I think she's diabetic too, so not good, man.
Right, bro.
Yeah, not good.
I think she was a
And,
whistleblower. I'll find an article or something.
That's a good, yeah, dude. Find that shit, man. What did that say?
A sperm donor family portrait.
Oh, let me scroll.
Who are we gonna see here?
I'm 20. I have 32 half siblings. This is my family portrait. How the fuck you have 32 half siblings? Holy shit, yo, your parents are getting it on.
And that was on an email that was titled "List for Steve Bannon." Like,
Dude, they were talking about like
I've been saying for years, all these motherfuckers is weirdo creeps. I don't fucking like. I'll align with policies. I'm not gonna align with a person. Fuck the actual persona of these politicians, because they don't fucking.
Like they were basically talking about breeding kids, like buying and selling kids.
Yeah,
like that's in the emails.
This nasty shit. Just
but that's why I feel like it's wicked frustrating. But I feel like it's so frustrating. Like, can anything fucking be done about it? Like, is anything gonna be done about it?
No.
I think it's gonna be
Joey. No,
I think it's gonna be a slow, long run thing.
I'm surprised we got this far, actually.
Right now, the Republicans started the ball. So right now, you're gonna see people like the Clintons getting pressed on, a bunch of people getting pressed on. Will something happen to them? Possibly, but nothing where it's gonna be like super crazy. They're gonna be like Ghislaine Maxwell in a nice fucking pamping facility with a dog, and you know what I mean,
Bro,
like,
you know why they're not? Nothing's gonna have these people, because these people are gonna go to them and go, listen, if I get in trouble, I'm snitching on everybody. We're gonna take this whole fucking thing down. Now everyone's like, whoa, especially the Clintons.
right?
You think Hillary and Bill's gonna go in front of Congress and be like,
They've asked to go in
I'm
front of
knocking the
Congress.
whole shit down.
They've asked publicly already to go in front of Congress. Both of them have tweeted and have had their tweets removed, and have said that their tweets were removed regarding their prior posts.
Do you think anything will become
So, like, Elon's
the
not
Clintons?
going to let them fucking talk about testifying because he in the files too.
Guys, do you think anything will become of when the Clintons have agreed to testify now? Do you think that anything will become of that? Or are they just going to plead the fifth?
They're going to plead the fifth like a motherfucker until, like, you know, they got to give somebody away. Somebody's got to get.
I think they're fucking
like,
demons, man. When I look at fucking Hillary,
Yeah, but at
and
this
Bill,
point, how can one person get pointed at this? This thing is so fucking big. It's more
so
than,
big.
It's more than one person. Like you can the Clintons could point at so and so, and this and that, but that person that ends up being the fall guy, how can us as society take that as the answer and be like, oh, this one person was the one that orchestrated this whole thing? No, motherfucker, there's way more than one person.
It's complex, man.
It's so multi-layered, bro. It's like, and this goes back to why nothing will ever happen, because our society worldwide,
what a tangled web we weave.
Bro, you're talking about every country would go into utter chaos, because every country's upper elite would be.
But some of that shit's starting. Like you see in Europe, there are people resigning.
Right? Listen, take your.
Why is it happening here?
That's covered. Paul,
now
that's
the AI race.
That's all cover.
So the AI race that's going to be displacing millions of workers across the world with robotics and all this shit in the next decade.
AI is going to fucking own us.
With these robotics coming, a lot of these companies are going to fall apart anyways. So right now, the like CEOs of certain companies, I would feel a little nervous because, like, yo, your company, you're not going to be powerful that much longer when your company shits the bed because, you know, nobody's shopping there. It's obsolete. So, hey, I think some people are going to start getting named. Do we see it now? No, I think it's going to be a long game. It's going to be like probably our lifespan, literally, because there's so many files to go through. We're going to slowly.
Why are the regular people of this country, like, why are we allowing there to be a two-tiered justice system? Like, why are we just allow? If you're rich, you can just fucking do whatever the fuck you want. Like, people do realize that if we just fucking all like fucking stood up and got outraged, like we could actually do something about this.
Yeah,
right,
that's why
we
there's
don't have
divide
to
and
unite
division
in
in
the
the
same
world. They'll never
outrage.
make that.
Because that's what they want. Is us?
They created the divide. They
No, the
created a
divide.
divide with everything.
And too many people are too stupid to understand.
Listen, they create a divide with everything we consume in our lives, from food with different options, fucking sports, different teams to fucking pick or play on, fucking games.
Too many options.
You gotta
man.
win, you gotta beat something. They make us
Bro,
competitive.
there's beef in between men and female. Think about this. Think how they divided us. Men and women
so
are fighting
many.
each other. Every race is fighting each other. And every religion's fighting each other. You want to talk about fractured? Bro, you can't get much more fractured than that. And you can never stand up together because I'm too busy looking at him. He's too busy looking at me. We're not too busy looking at what's going on over there, which is where the real fucking problem is.
The only time I think we will get together,
it never happens.
Look at how America united after 9/11.
If aliens come, Aaron.
Bad has
if
to happen.
aliens come, bro.
They're already here, bro.
Yeah, they in Antarctica chilling.
They're in the ocean, bro. They're in the ocean.
That's what they want, because they want one world government. Because having fucking 1,000 different governments, you can never get everyone on the same page. But if everyone's under the same umbrella,
Aaron, they're on the other side of the ice wall in Antarctica.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great people, the Anunnakis.
Yeah.
But I feel like these elites,
Fifth, what are you writing over
their time span is running out. Unless they're in the robotics or AI or the new emerging technologies.
Bro, what if AI is the new magic trick on the newest generation? What if
human beings are so old fashioned, guys?
What if AI is only, and it will only ever be a LLM and can never actually self think, but can only gather what is given, and we're looking at it like it's the next fucking god. That would be the best way to get everyone under one umbrella, because everyone's racing for this AI shit. What if AI never is what it's being told? We're all looking at it like it's going to be able to self-think, self-diagnose. What if it never can do that?
Basically, if it ends up
all
like
just ChatGPT, it'll just be like the internet. That's
you're talking about, like if it ends up being.
We'll look at it like a Google in a few years,
but a consolidated
like a Y2K
LLM. It's a
Y2K type situation.
It only takes what's inputted and able to decipher through millions of bits, billions, trillions of bits of information, and grab what it thinks is the best shit. But it's never going to think outside of what it's given.
But I don't know.
It's given from us. No, which we're inputting how it thinks. We're giving it the information. So
AI has AI has its own chat forms now where they talk to each other, dude.
In its own language.
Yeah, so
and they're talking about killing us. And they're talking about AI. So sorry, but I think we're already past that again.
But I feel like, I think we're already past it. But
what about these people, bro? Do you know there's people out there that think that
but I feel like
nuclear bombs aren't real? Have you ever seen that conspiracy?
Listen, I feel like once we get to the point where AI can actually like weed these people out, and because they're already predicting, like, say it goes through how they predict, and it causes a mass job disruption, those companies are gonna go out of business. So there's going to be a lot of CEOs that are going to lose their power. So the time is now to drop the names, because, hey, you're not going to really have the power to retaliate against me for dropping your name.
So, Fifth, do you think that it's just hype that they're saying, like, within the next 1 to 3 years that, like, AI is gonna take jobs away from people who just sit at a computer and just fucking?
You're not listening to what I'm saying, bro. You're not paying attention to what I'm saying to you.
I know what you're saying. You're saying it's not going to become sentient. It's not going to become sentient.
It still can take jobs. It still can take jobs, bro, because we've taught it how to drive and how to recognize shit. But that's our way we look at shit. You have to understand, this is what they're saying.
But they've showed that it's learning on its own, though.
Bro, they showing you the thing about what you're saying. They showed you that. They're going to show you what they want you to know. You think it's a conspiracy? They're going to show you what they want you to think about it, so that you look at it like a fucking god. Because right now...
Well, I know that. I know they want it to be a god.
Think about this worldwide. We have never been more broken and divided. What's the best way to come with a new messiah to get everyone underneath the fucking guys again? AI.
But I've also heard that somehow aliens are involved with that too, like a fake alien invasion. Have you guys heard this?
Yeah, it's called Project Bluebeam.
But like they really, like, why are they pushing all that shit all of a sudden? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're always talking about, and they're like telling us, no, really, there are really spaceships and aliens. And everybody was like, remember during COVID, everybody was like, yeah, okay. Like, nobody even took it serious. Like, you don't find that strange? I mean, like, they're just trying to put the idea in people's heads. This is a good topic. What do you think about what happened in El Paso, with how they shut down the airspace for like 10 days because they said that there was a drone? I don't know if you guys have. It was like a huge story. They're kind of trying to sweep it under the rug now. No? You guys didn't hear about that?
No.
In El Paso, Texas. Hammer, see if you can find something on. Say, what happened in El Paso, Texas with the fucking airspace being shut down?
Yeah, it says February 15, 2026, the airspace over El Paso International Airport is fully open and operating normally following a brief, highly unusual shutdown early this week. On the night of February 10th, the FFA abruptly issued a temporary flight restriction that classified the region as national defense airspace and prohibited all flights below 18,000 feet with a 10 nautical mile radius. It was lifted after about 7 to 10 hours on the morning of February 11th. Reasoning: official reports indicate the closure stemmed from a dispute between the FFA and Pentagon over the military's use of counter-drone laser technology, such as a Lotus system, to intercept Mexican cartel drones near the border. The FFA expressed concerns about the safety and commercial aircraft these lasers were operating. So nothing about aliens. This was a fight between
No,
So
I wasn't saying that it was aliens.
Lasers to fucking have
I,
like.
wa- I never said it was aliens. I was talking about like the airspace getting shut down. Like it's more drone shit. Like everybody seems to have forgot about. Like, do you ever notice how huge the drones in New Jersey were, and then just everybody fucking just stopped talking about it?
Yeah, listen, the government got
Oh,
so much
wow.
power that we don't know about that they just be hiding because if we knew about it, we'd go crazy. That's why I don't think the Epstein files got dropped until now, and that was only because Trump and the department got forced to release him. Everybody was like, "Yo, what's up with them files, bro? What's up with them files?" And he was like, "Fuck it, here's the files. Mad redactions, but hey, there's the files."
And then they're gonna give them to us little bit by little bit, but not the ones we want. They're gonna give us to shut us the fuck up. They're gonna give us the milk toast ones. They're not gonna give us the fucking smoking gun.
That's what I'm saying. They keep giving a dog a bone right now.
So you're saying we're never gonna get the full
They're gonna
not
keep
the ones you're looking for,
throwing
not the ones we
low-hanging
want,
fruit.
not the ones we think that are there. They're never gonna get those, bro. If we do, they're gonna be heavily redacted. You're never gonna get the smoking gun, bro. You talking about?
They were just arguing about
the
that.
fucking CEO of the Life Touch fucking pictures for the kids in there.
Dude, that one, the
that
school
was
pictures.
just spouting kids. That's all that was.
Dude.
Cause, like, yo,
I hope they're not using that
Why
company anymore.
well, listen, why was they? You got to think about this. Remember, they would take the pictures of the kids even if you didn't pay for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Like, why are you still taking the picture, bro?
You're sitting in line with no check, no nothing from your parents, and they just take a picture anyway.
Because
just in
Epstein's
case.
beating off to him.
Right, because they were like, oh, okay, cool. We'll sort this out, and Epstein's going to go pick. It's like a menu.
He's like, yo, let's compile a list of all the people who didn't pay. These are going to be the easiest people to snatch their kids from because their parents don't give a fuck enough to even pay for their pictures. Think about the psychological attachment to that. Like, these are the ones that didn't pay for them. These are probably the demographic we're looking at.
Yeah. Let's go just
kidnap
one of them.
It's fucking data. You know, they use it as a data mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Epstein was an evil genius.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was a kingmaker. That's why he was fucking running around running the stock market. So and it's just ironic to me that right now the defense for some shit from Pambani is, hey, look at the stock market. It's like, okay, I know that's what Epstein used to fix. Now you're fixing it. Fuck.
Bro, you know Trump sat her down. Trump sat her down and was like, before you go in front of Congress, deflect.
Facts.
Dude, that was so crazy, man. That was so
he keeps
telling.
deflecting now too. They asked him the other day about it, and he was like, "Listen, I released the files. I did what I was supposed to do." He was like, "You see that it's a big witch hunt?" He goes, "Honestly, I think we're talking about this too much." And I'm like, no, we're not talking about the rape and fucking eating of kids too much, bro.
No, I think we are though. There's other not more pressing things. There's other things of said value that are going on.
There is, but I think that as soon as we, the people, stop talking about this shit, they forget it completely.
And this man is.
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? How you guys doing?
What's good? What's up, John? Yes, sir.
Got out a little early.
Back.
Got out a little early. Hello, sir. What's going on, guys?
Back. Yes, sir.
So you got to figure too. The other thing that they keep dropping these files. What just happened? Let's see. You have Iran and the United States sitting down in Oman. Iran was like, the United States and Israel said, we want to talk about the nukes, we want to talk about your ballistic missile program, and we want to talk about the proxies. And Iran said, fuck you. The ballistic missiles are off the table and the proxies are off the table. The only thing I'll talk to you about is uranium enrichment. At the same time all this drops. Is this a cover up for that? You know what I mean? And Netanyahu was supposed to visit Trump either next week or the week before that. And once fucking Iran was like, I'm taking 2 of these 3 topics off the table, Netanyahu upped his visit and visited.
Yeah, he already came
this week. Yeah, this week that just passed.
They're saying Netanyahu's in the files too.
I'm sure he is.
And
so like,
and is Netanyahu the devil himself? He might be.
I mean, one thing we also need to know is that just because you're mentioned in the files doesn't really prove absolutely anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what the context is because I've seen Chelsea Clinton in the files. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, John, this is Big John. This is what I feel though, right? I feel like At some point, because Epstein been doing this shit since like the early 80s. At some point, word already got around like, hey, this guy's no good. People still use the guy who was no good because they wanted that wealth and power. They
Because
wanted
they had no integrity.
right. So me as a person, like if you're okay to use the pedophile as a stepping stone just because he'll get you powerful, you're just as bad as the pedophile, in my
Well,
opinion.
let's think of this as well because who was the prime minister before Netanyahu? I forget his name.
Ehud Barak.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Ehud Barak was actually friends with Epstein, right?
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
Netanyahu does not like Ehud, right?
Right.
So it's the
They were
same
talking
thing
about
with
Palantir. That shit was crazy.
yeah, there was, but it's the same thing with Trump, right? Where Trump was pretty much Epstein's enemy, and then we see his name talked about so much in the files. I mean, it could literally be just talking shit.
Right.
A lot of it is.
Yeah,
A lot of it's already coming out.
That's what we mean when we said like a lot of it's like tips that was called in the hotlines that has never been corroborated. Like, and that's what I'm saying. There's no smoking gun. If there is a smoking gun, take him down, man. Like, I have no problem with that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. That's where I'm at too.
This is where I separate that, right? Because I like a lot of Trump's policies. Don't get me wrong. I'm in the middle with shit. I don't care about left, right shit. With Trump, because I call a spade how a spade is. Okay, yeah, the deflection of people hating on you in the emails, cool. That counts for a bunch of the mentions in the emails. You still at parties with this motherfucker. You still hanging out with this motherfucker.
After he was already a convicted.
Was he ever claimed? Was he ever photographed and claimed to be at one of his Epstein parties?
Not at the actual Epstein Island parties, but like he's out there at fucking Miss America shit.
Yeah,
girls with
shaking hands and shit.
He fucking owned it though. He owned Miss America. That was his company. Like that was.
Yeah, but why's the pedophile there? Who invited the pedo? Why did you invite the pedophile there?
But doesn't like
you are no good if you invited the fucking pedophile.
Yeah, man.
I don't care
People
who the
were
fuck
involved.
you are, what you own. People got to stop swinging off this man's dick. It's horrible, and that's why he can keep deflecting because he knows that his base is like, but they just didn't like the guy. Okay, but he still hung with the guy. He still invited him to his parties. He still
speaking as a person of color. Speaking as a person of color, it's like
use them, but it's like okay, you use the pedophile. Well, no one.
I've seen black people in America get accused for things, right?
He said POC. Hold on.
Yeah, I see him.
Wait, guys,
I'm the bad guy.
Guys, we didn't get John. We asked each person on here, what was the craziest thing?
You must know the size of your dick. He was asking
that you found out. You sick bastard. We find out what was the craziest thing to you that you found out from this latest Epstein drop? Like, what was all this shit?
Just in general, the ball and eating babies and all, it wasn't as crazy. It's because like I had
like his bank accounts were in the names of demons, like Moloch
like that stuff
and
right
Baal
there.
and
that stuff right there is that like these old gods are still
and they had these labs.
Back.
He was into like eugenic shit and like they were. Bro,
I mean, it showed that he also was
doing.
pushing transgender ideology onto like little kids too. Like he was
down I saw that part too.
I've seen that. I've seen a lot of weird stuff on there. But I've seen black people in America be accused with less evidence, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me to be able to sit there and persecute someone, and even just look at someone or say something about someone, I need to see more. You know what I'm saying? We had Emmett Till get killed because of the fact that they said that he touched on a lady. You know what I mean? We had 5 African American kids back in like the 90s get arrested for so-called raping a woman with no proof.
That was the one in New York, right?
Central Park 5. Yeah. You know what I mean? With no proof at all. So it's like I can't sit there and be like, oh, this person is guilty just because of the fact that you're in a picture or because of the fact that you guys are in
this is
place.
What happens
These are
today.
rich
like you get convicted like by public opinion. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. You know what I mean?
When you're that rich, you know who's at the party. You know who's gonna be there. There's a guest list. So it's like, okay, if you're making the guest list because it's your party, you own the place. I don't care how important the pedophile is. I'm not inviting him.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. See, it's easy for you to say that because you're not a multi-billionaire with multi-billionaire friends. You could be that. You saying that could make or break your company. You could be a multi-billionaire and then say, I don't want Jeffrey Epstein here, and then all he makes a phone call to all his kingmakers that he made, and now you're blackballed. Your entire life is now back to you. So you're going to evaluate that. You're going to evaluate that and say, you know what? I'm not doing it. I don't care if he's here, but I'm not the one diddling
But
kids.
didn't Trump throw him out?
Come here because I'm not ruining what I've built as an empire. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, that's what these people are coming down.
I get it, but I still wouldn't invite him. And I mean, I would make it where it's not like I'm dogging the motherfucker, but hey,
but
you just not invited
if you had fucking a $10 billion deal on the table and it was up to you, you know what? I'd be like, you know what? I ain't doing this shit, but if homie needs to come here,
I'm not selling my soul to the devil, Epstein. I'm not.
I didn't say I'm talking about money. Like, you know,
right, but that's technically selling your soul because you're selling your integrity for the money. So that's what these people were doing. And we use the phrase sell your soul to the devil. Steve Bannon asked this man if he was the devil. He talking about, I got a good mirror. Well, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? We literally
think about this as well.
The picture of selling our souls to the devil and excusing certain people for doing it because they're successful, and we all want to be successful.
No, Aaron, I'll flip this around because you're in hip hop, right? So post Diddy, everything going on, it was known in the industry what he was doing. Let's say back in 2015, you made a hit record, and Diddy was like, "Yo, I'll fly you out to New York, blah blah blah, and you can come out here and chill." And he can then take you from being Aaron All-Nighter to a national brand.
I'm good. I'd rather be a fucking nobody.
No, you're saying that post Diddy. Go back 2015 and you wouldn't have taken that.
I already heard rumors, bro. I'm not fucking.
Come on.
Wait.
Right now in the industry that I could have worked with, that could have benefited me. But I haven't worked with them because they're a rat, they're a fucking diddler, they're a skinner, there's something. No, I got morals and pride and ethics. I'll get there the right way. I'm not going to get there doing this crazy shit. So that already shows a compromise in somebody's character.
But they gatekeep that on purpose.
So wait,
you're never going to make it that way because they gatekeep it like that. You have to go through these avenues or you don't make it.
Well, that's why we're not going to be famous, I guess. I guess that's why we're not going to be famous.
Right. Then I guess that's why we're not famous. But it's like, these elites, it's like we got to stop.
Joey, don't suck the devil's dick, Joey. Don't do it.
You ain't touching my butthole, but
this is a question.
The devil's going to stick his pitchfork. The devil's going to stick the pitchfork up your ass.
I might like it.
He's going to like it. He's going to like it.
I might like it.
Okay, so wait, what is
it's going to be like...
You said that he was at the little Miss American pageant thing, right? Whatever it was, the little what is it called?
The Miss America pageant or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
There was multiple of images of them.
Like, yeah, they used to do like
let's say this, ready?
fucking...
Those are Miss American pageant, right? They're going for an award, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So let's say this, right? You as a rapper, okay, you get invited to the MTV Awards. And guess who's there? Diddy's there. Are you gonna just leave?
I'm not going next to Diddy. I'm not gonna go take a picture with him.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm not going to his after party.
But you're there.
That's
but
the
you're
party.
there. But you're there.
Right.
Now
if it's an award show, yeah. But what I'm saying is like,
but I'm not going to his after party.
No, but what John's saying is now that 10 years later, that list comes out, and Aaron All-Nighter was at fucking the VMAs with fucking with
but that's when it's okay. But find a picture of me with this weirdo. You're not gonna find
it. Doesn't matter because what Paul's saying is court of public opinion, and you don't even need that. The public just needs to hear Aaron All-Nighter was with Diddy at the VMAs, and now you're guilty by association.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's the fine line. You can't walk
because there's pictures of them together pointing at girls. That's why. That's why
do we know? Because you are the man who is behind the thought that AI is going to get very advanced. You know that.
No, I mean there was a point in like the late '80s, early '90s where they were at the same thing.
Early '90s.
But I noticed that as soon as Trump found out about Epstein, he fucking threw him out of Mar-a-Lago and banned him. And he actually spoke to the FBI, like if that's literally in the files, that he fucking dropped the dime on Epstein. Like I know that makes people who hate Trump fucking their bum hurt so much, but
And I think the same shit's gonna happen with the next administration. The next administration,
I'm ready for it.
Democrat is they're gonna protect all the fucking Democrats, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, all that was lies," and
Of course.
come up with all this other shit.
No, I agree with that. 100%.
So then we'll get the other half.
This is a new weapon now. This is a new
Yeah. So then we'll get the other half.
Guilty.
Do you know what I'm curious to see? I'm curious to
Like
see.
if this was an actual crime
Oh my
with a
God.
police department, or like a city police department, Trump would have been arrested.
No, bro, yo,
Just
Styles,
all
the
probable
problem with
cause.
this is when it gets to that point is how much of this is going to be real and how much is going to be lies, and it's going to be so much you're not going to be able to decipher between it. When the next administration comes and tries flipping this back around and saying this was lies when we knew it to be true, and then the shit that they're telling
AI
you
will be the defense.
it's going to be too overlap. No one's going to know, and it's going to cause more divide. Again,
eventually they're definitely gonna try to use AI. There's no doubt in my mind, man, that they're gonna try to use AI.
That's gonna be the next administration's defense. They're gonna be like, "Oh, everything that they exposed on us was all AI."
Like, you remember when they were saying that all this fucking stupid ass shit that Joe Biden was doing was deep fakes? Like, it's just like, are you kidding me?
With technology, so they're working on it. But I feel like, bro, they all look good. None of these motherfuckers is good. That's why I don't align with any of these people as a person. Yes, I like a handful of Trump policies. I dislike a handful of Trump policies. Do I like any of these politicians as a person? Like, hey, that's my guy? No, fuck no. Because I know that they all did some weird.
I can't think of any of them now.
That's against morals and principles that I have to get where they got. To be a politician, you got to lie to a good percentage of the people.
Trump was like the lesser evil. I definitely don't think we'd be better off with fucking Kamala's.
Because you're selling dreams. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, cool. Now can you act on your dreams that you sold? Okay, good. You did an okay job. If not, cool. But it's like, I look at a lot of these people like, nah, they all no good. It's like, yo, you hanging with a rat, you guilty by association. You hanging with a pedo, you guilty by association.
Well, they say if you weren't,
if we with somebody on the streets.
They say if you weren't
corrupt, boys is hanging with a pedo all the time.
What happened to John?
Doing business with them. Sorry, bro, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. Hanging with a pedo.
They say that they say that if you weren't corrupt before you got into politics, you'll probably be corrupt after you're in politics.
It's meant to do that, bro. The system's set up for that to make that happen.
Right, you can go into politics with the whole point and goal of doing the right thing, but as soon as you start, you need money. You're gonna have donors. Now you gotta fucking follow what the donors want.
Now you have agendas to follow.
Now you're in somebody's pocket. Now they got you.
Dude,
come, and then they invite you over their mansion, and they got a 17-year-old that looks like she's 25. You don't caught her. They got the camera in the fucking corner. They watch you smash her, and then they come back and they're like, you know how much? They go, hey, look at this. And
that's the most common thing right there.
All right, what do you want me to do so this doesn't come out? I need you to go vote foreign affairs. I need X, Y, and Z fucking voted on. I need this shit funded. Go to this fucking committee.
Well, listen, why do you think Diddy did the same play as Epstein?
Worse.
Diddy did the same play as Epstein with all the fucking shit.
But with hip hop people.
Right. And one of the strippers was saying, Big John, hey, bring me back. I disconnected because of a call. So, anyways, Diddy, though, one of the prostitutes
people, man,
had said when he was arrested in Miami, the prostitute was saying, Diddy, Jay-Z, they're all part of the black Illuminati that's called the Boule.
Sorry, guys. I don't know how to control this thing on my phone.
So you got to think, if they were doing the same type of shit, and I was explaining earlier that bathhouse Epstein had with all the Freemason shit in it. And we know that Epstein was hanging with all these elites and world leaders. Bro, we literally just exposed the Illuminati with these Epstein files.
It was all true. It's all been true the whole time.
And everything that we've talked about with the Illuminati over the years, the eating kids,
babies,
the fucking pedophilia, all that shit. Oh, it just happens to align with this guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the play. And
why is so many
been doing it since the 80s? But it's like, okay,
notice how many Jewish billionaires are involved
before Epstein. Like, who was running the show before Epstein?
That's weird.
You can't say that word, Paul. It's them boys.
Oh. What am I supposed to say?
Jewish.
Jewish?
No, them
Juice. Juice. Can I say juice? You know how they put like a juice box for
Yeah.
the juice. Why is there
'cause
so
he-
many?
And
Why are there so many
speaking of,
billionaire juices
Because Epstein's a
doing
juice.
devilish things with Epstein?
Did you see the
Why do they call me a goyim?
anti-Semitism commercial?
I
Because
don't
you're
like that.
non-Jewish. A juice. My bad.
Yeah.
You're a non-juice.
Commercial that was paid for
Clip
by
it.
Robert Kraft at the
You're
Super
watering.
Bowl.
No, which ones? I see a good portion of them.
There
Oh, yeah,
Bro,
was-
speaking of
there
the
was
guy,
a
bro,
kid
that
was
Super Bowl
walking in the
That should make me
hallway
laugh.
was a
at school.
goddamn embarrassment.
That made me laugh
Fucking
so
bum.
hard.
Walking down the hallway at school, and he had a blue square on his
Oh,
back.
that yo, that
dirty
shit,
Jew.
yo,
Yeah.
It's
I
a
see
dirty juice. That shit had
Yeah.
me crying. I
Dirty
was dying
juice.
that.
laughing.
Yo. And then they want to do like so black people had the black frame around for BLM.
Black
the black
square,
frame.
this was blue
So
square.
now they want to.
I didn't know that Jewish
for them boys.
supremacy was such a thing. I didn't know that.
And know what I think is crazy about the NFL? But this is equal.
Oh,
Right?
sorry.
This
Jewish.
is like diversity at its finest. Did you see the first commercial after the Super Bowl halftime show?
I just got
Did
assassinated.
you see what it
again.
was?
Nah,
Nah.
I turned the shit off.
It was a fucking ice commercial for recruitment.
I love it. I love that.
Right after the
hilarious.
halftime show was done, commercials come. Ice.
Dude,
Ice agents are your fathers,
bro.
your uncles, your brothers.
Which
Them
they
members
are,
of your
bro.
community. And they showed all like this family shit. And there was a then like join ICE. Da, da, da.
Bro, fucking abolish ICE is fucking as retarded as defund the police, and it's gonna go about the same way as that. It's not gonna fucking happen. It's nonsense. Just like when fucking Obama was doing it, no one had any fucking problems with it. It's fucking goofy. Like
It's just division tactics. That's all
yeah,
it is.
dude.
There's gotta
Like-
be a new divide every fucking couple weeks because
I was looking for this shit. I looked up are any white people being deported, and I found pictures of white people. Like there was a Ukrainian dude. I'm like, that sucks, bro. Sending that poor bastard back to Ukraine, but gotta do
that's
it.
horrible. That motherfucker ran from.
Gotta
a
be
war.
fair.
Nah, go
But we
back.
gotta be fair. But we gotta be fair. Gotta do it. Sorry, brother. Dude, did you see that they sent 200 troops to fucking Nigeria to help train the government's troops to fight the Muslims, the fucking Muslim Brotherhood over there. I think
I
it's.
love how we send
Is it
out
Boko
military
Haram?
all over the world to go train other militaries.
Dude, you should see the way other militaries in some of these countries. It's pathetic.
That's the
Like, they
them
need the
problem,
training.
in my opinion.
But they're getting massacred by fucking Boko Haram.
And guess what? That's a them problem, in my opinion.
They're killing. Bud, I'm a Christian.
You talk about
so-
America first all the time, right?
I know
we
it's
send millions
true.
of dollars to go send fucking
Yeah,
troops.
but at the
Yeah,
end
but
of the
Look
day,
at all the money
at
we
the end of the
sent to
day-
goddamn
We're a Christian
Ukraine.
country, though.
Do you love
Yeah.
all that money sent
Also,
to
at the end of the
I
Ukraine,
don't
day-
like
Aaron?
any of that money.
as a Christian, at the end of the day, is that you put God first. And if God's people are getting slaughtered, then yes, you do look at them too, because
Yeah,
you don't
tell
take
them,
America
yeah.
with you when you die. No offense.
I
But
get
it
that
is
part,
America
but
first
that's
when it comes down to
That's
policies.
when we're gonna use religion to
Christianity is what has helped tame the world. Like, let's have more
Say
Christianity.
we go
not less.
save every country, right? And we go build their military and help them
Yeah,
up. and
we
all this
can't be
other-
Captain Save-A-Ho. I do understand
We
that.
kind of keep our footprint there. That only grows.
I know,
with
we did it
one
too much
world
in the
government
past.
Democracy shit.
with our nation
we're all
building. We
worried
shouldn't be
about.
doing that shit.
It'll-
Oh, that's
Aaron,
very
you
true.
don't want a nation build, Aaron? You don't want a nation build?
No, I don't want a nation build. It costs
No,
too
I
fucking
don't want it.
much.
Let's
also another
become
thing is-
imperialists. I
You
like
have to
We
that.
got homeless
understand
people
that-
on the streets freezing to death in the fucking winter in America. Let's figure that out first.
I know,
before
and-
we figure out
Yeah, but-
other people's
In the
But the
richest
president-
country in the
Once they
planet.
figure out if people want to be there, dude, the majority of them want to be homeless. They don't want to conform to life. That's their own decision. What do you do?
But it's not
Some-
even just that.
And
It's
then
not even just
someone
put
do
that.
them
that.
somewhere
The
where
reason
they're not
why-
on the corner.
The reason why people are homeless
But then
only
you take
in
away their freedom.
California, New
But
York.
then
So
you take
where's
away
all
this-
the money
but then you
going?
take
Where's
away
all
their
the money
freedom.
going?
Thank you, Paul.
I
Thank
would-
you. It's
me
the money.
personally, I'd section them.
Billions
I-
of they're throwing
and
billions of
can't
dollars at
legally
it, but where's
because
it going?
If somebody's a harm to themselves or a possible harm to others, you can section them. So
Yeah,
this
make
police
what's
make
the word
insane
possible
make
mean?
insane asylums great again.
Bro,
If somebody was
He
under
said,
the
I agree.
influence or if they were camping out. And like
where's that line? But Aaron, where's that line? You said it could possibly be a harm to someone. What's the word possible mean? Where is the line that says you're not possible, but you are? And who determines that? Because that's going to be subjective to the person.
Right. It would be on the police.
With you take, yeah, but you can't. One police officer ain't gonna see the other way the police officer is. Now at this point, you're now literally taking someone's freedom away. So you can't have maybe this person sees it one way, or maybe this person sees another way. When you're taking someone's freedom away, it needs to be here's the line, like the law is. You either cross it or you don't. You're either guilty or you're not. There isn't this area of I can be subjective, and I think this person might be a harm to society with him living on the corner just because I don't like it because I'm biased towards it.
That's why they have certain things. Like I know in Fall River, where I live, Fall River, Massachusetts, they had with the recent snowstorm, they were sectioning a few homeless people that refused to get shelter. And it's like, okay, it's going to be like a fucking foot of snow outside and fucking 20 degrees. You're a harm to yourself if you stay outside.
Yes, don't let people out.
You're gonna die. You're a harm
that's an outline. That's a blizzard. That's a.
But you do.
And we can't be having these fucking tent fucking villages
you can also
on like fucking main fucking roads and shit. Like
these cops could arrest them for being intoxicated in public instead of fucking watching them drive by somebody nodding off at the corner. That person will fall into the road.
Or what we can do is that we can solve the problem of why these homeless shelters are even flooded in the first place, which they are flooded with illegal immigrants. We know that from California. California has already been exposed. All the money that we've been
find out where the billions of dollars are going.
Yeah, it's going to other things. You know what I'm saying? Gary Newsom just did a $90 million deal for Planned Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? So like killing babies is way more important than housing kids. In New York City, where people are dying and freezing to death because they're outside, they tried to talk to Mamdani and say, hey, we will give you some funding. He said, no, just defund ICE. That was his thing. And because he didn't want to take the funds, people died. And that's on him. That's not on America. That's not on Trump. He's a
fucking demon.
Trump is to take care of the international things. You feel me? Not just in state. We have people in state to run things, and they're not doing it. The only type of people,
too many of the state leadership,
the only
not doing
real,
the fucking job.
Homeless crazy places that we have are sanctuary states because a lot of these,
state, Portland,
a lot of these places are filled with illegal immigrants taking up all the housing or all the shelters and stuff like that. And that's what we're trying to remove those things, but these states don't want to do it. They want to protect it. They rather protect illegal immigrants so they can.
Minneapolis is a fucking rogue state now.
Yeah, that's true. They're trying to save these immigrants so they can keep their votes and stuff like that. And then they just don't care about the American people that are homeless or anything like that.
How can you say this, John, as a man of color? How can you say all this?
Like you said, John.
I'm just being a wise guy.
There's a lot of things.
But it all goes back to the system being designed this way for people to fail.
No, it's true. But it's true. But I mean, at the same time,
like it's literally common sense. Like.
It's corruption. It's corruption.
They've made it a business. They've made it a profitable business. Is what they've done. So now there's no way you're gonna break it because it's become
a multi-billion-dollar
business per
They're
state.
milking the homeless and they're milking the illegal aliens. Like it's really true.
No. They're not milking them. They're milking people who fucking work. Those people are receiving the benefits.
Yeah.
The people that who's getting milked is everyone.
No,
who
but I'm saying,
fucking works as tax taking on
dude,
check. That's who's
politicians and people like they all get a cut of it though. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't all go to the.
No, they're all getting their pockets, but who's getting fucked? Everyone on this fucking panel, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like
at the end of the day, that's what it is.
I think it's something like 68%. Like something like 68% of the country are fucking hardworking Americans like us who are getting taxed to death to fucking pay for fucking fraud, for just outright fucking fraud. We're just killing ourselves to fucking pay for these fucking.
I need Nick Shirley to come to Massachusetts.
Bro, that would be
Nick Shirley to come to Massachusetts
and
expose a lot of the stuff that's going on in Massachusetts, especially where we just found out about that lady who was arrested for the voter fraud.
And you see that you still see that they're still blocking that audit. The people in Massachusetts put in for audit, they're still blocking it.
72% voted for it.
They're saying that it's unconstitutional. They're saying it's unconstitutional. What they're doing is what's unconstitutional. Dude, they're so corrupt, dude. Yeah. It's because they know what's going to happen if people get to look at the.
If they see that shit, bro, it's a wrap.
Dude, I think the best thing that's just happened.
This state is so fucked.
The
And
Save
that's why.
Act is definitely the best thing that's happened.
Oh my
where we
God.
need ID to vote.
You want an ID to vote, you racist bastard?
Yeah,
I
no,
said,
I want that.
like, bro, black and brown people now, just to be funny, when you get carded at the liquor store, you should be like, you racist son of a
You
bitch.
racist son of a bitch. You think I can get that?
You get
think I'm smart
carded for
enough to get an
fucking
ID?
everything. You get carded for everything in this country.
Yeah, didn't you
That
know I'm
makes
an
zero
idiot?
sense.
I can't
The
do
only
that.
reason to not want to be to have to show an ID is to cheat and fraud. There's literally no other reason. Do you see Elizabeth Warner saying, "Well, married women
Bananas and
might-
rice, Paul. Bananas and rice.
The bananas and rice. Exactly. That's what their fucking brains are made out of. Is fucking bananas and rice.
It's not
Dude.
like bananas and rice, but then
Dude, you
Yeah,
know who's
this
a
is
dumb
bananas and
fuck
rice.
too? Ed Markey is one dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He really is. And so and so is fucking Healy and her fucking cocaine cowboys.
boy,
I
no one
still
talking
can't
about that
believe
though.
dude was trafficking through the government, like, bro.
And
Bro,
West
they're
Springfield,
all
bro.
doing stuff like
It's
that,
the
bro.
second state house, bro. He
These
had that shit delivered to the
motherfuckers
state
traffic
house.
kids.
The second one.
These people traffic and sell kids. Like you heard all this shit. Like, bro, they're connected to everything bad. A lot of them allow drugs to come into this country too. That's why a lot of Democrats are pissed off that they're blowing up all those fucking drug boats. Wait, don't take all my drugs.
Yo, you don't think the Republicans ain't mad about that? You don't think they're not in?
Oh
that
yeah,
take
they're
too?
right, dude.
Oh,
They're
are
bad
in
on
that
both
take.
sides. Yes,
Believe that.
yes, they're pretty much all bad. Yes,
Bro,
we get it.
It's almost a requirement. You have to sniff coke in order to be a politician. It's like
I
part of
think
like the
you
job,
do.
job description.
Well, you heard
Right.
RFK in his interview? He was talking about, he was like, I used to sniff cocaine off toilets. I'm fine. And I was
RFK is
like,
fire.
there you go.
And they did.
That's our health guy.
And bro, that dude's like what, 70 something, and you see how fucking jacked he is. You know he's all fucking roided out and
Oh,
fucking.
of course he's on roids.
Peptides
He's
and
fucking
shit.
drinking baby's blood too. But you know what? RK Jr. is doing a lot of good shit in government. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You
No?
know, I fuck with RFK a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Again,
I
that's
just
another
can't
person
listen
when he
to him
talks
talk.
about.
Dude, he's against the
Yeah.
fucking mRNA. He fucking changed the food pyramid finally. It never should have been the way it was. He brought back whole milk to schools, elementary schools and shit. He's doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
No one like.
Yeah, listen, no,
I just
I
can't listen
agree.
to him talk for that long.
I know, bro. That's what, bro. You remember fucking Scott Ryan when we had? I didn't get to that part to fucking clip it. I got to go back when he
What?
was doing his impersonation. You remember,
Oh.
Joey? That shit was fucking classic. Oh, that
Did
was
you guys,
kind of cool. Did you
Did you guys
see
see
that
Marco
shit?
Rubio on the big stage? He was talking to Europe.
Dude,
No,
is Marco
what was he saying?
Rubio? Is Marco Rubio like a vampire, or like a reptilian or something?
No, I like Marco Rubio. That made me speak the way he's.
No, I do, but he's like almost like too.
Hold on a second.
Too
Time out.
good.
Styles, what did you just drink?
Piss.
No, there was like nothing in that glass.
It
I
was
just
a
wanted
little.
to, like, look into it. You looked
Man, had a big old cup of air.
I know. I was wicked. I was wicked thirsty too, and I was so sad that there's nothing. I gotta go for a minute right now.
Yo, you looked into it for like a whole 5 seconds, like there's ain't nothing in there. So when he took a sip, I seen that there was nothing in there. Yes, I love it. That was great.
It's one of those days,
Don't worry,
baby.
you're not the only one that does that. Cassius Flow does that too. Shout out,
Oh
Cassius.
shit! I was fucking hitting that pen a little heavy, I think. Oh shit!
It's like, yeah, this is fluid.
Yeah, that's like when you're drinking and shit, and you're a little too drunk. You're like, fuck, there's nothing in there anymore.
Hey
Fuck.
John, what do you think's up with that whole Nancy Guthrie shit?
I don't know. At first, I thought it was like I thought it was kind of like supposed to be like some type of move to kind of
Distraction?
distract a little bit, but also like to see how Donald Trump would react to it. So like when I first started seeing it, I'm trying to see I forget the lady's name, the anchor's name, because she's on was it US Today or something
Savannah.
like that?
Savannah
I was trying to
Guthrie.
see like what her political stances were, just in everything. I mean, because I was like, all right, so like if this
Oh,
is a
she's a
Democrat woman,
libtard.
yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Paul, do us a
I'm
favor.
pretty sure
Shut
this
up.
is going to be used against is going to be used against Trump if he doesn't react the right way. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't do something else, and then now the new narrative is that Trump doesn't care about Americans and all this other blah blah blah. But it's starting to look like she might really be kidnapped.
I think she got kidnapped because people are tired of the mainstream media news. I think this is going to happen to a lot of mainstream media anchors and their families. They have become targets because of the shit that they spew on the news.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk being the first domino to drop.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people who disagree with people's views, if they're a big figure, well, people feel like they know you and they can touch you now. And Google, they can tell you where your address is and who your relatives
They can reach out and touch you. No, I actually have heard that as opposed to. But wasn't somebody saying? Were you able to find any information on that, Hammer? If she was connected at all to Epstein? Ask
I swear there was
ask Google AI.
Some like she was whistleblowing people's names or something a while ago, and it was somehow tied to the files in one way or another. I wasn't able to find it, but I definitely read it.
That's interesting too. Because I mean, if you look at like a lot of the stuff on the Epstein thing, right? So like I seen one file where it was explaining how Epstein he hired someone to pretty much alter his wiki accounts and alter the algorithm of the internet. So whenever they searched his name, it didn't come up with that stuff.
Saw this.
And then the guy who did it was found dead at the bottom of a cliff near his house.
Yeah, so you know
that
how
that could be something too, bro. No cap. I didn't.
Yeah, because you know how in Wikipedia it was like anybody could go in and change it, right? So I heard about this too. So he was constantly having this person go in and change, so he wouldn't come up as like as a sex offender, as the top search or whatever.
His picture would change.
But then people from the community kept going in and changing it back to that, being like, "Fuck that!" Like, and it was like a whole big thing. But yes,
picture instead of his mugshot.
Yeah, exactly.
To his mugshot when he got.
So in that Epstein
does
email list,
does Hammer sound like he's chunking to everyone else?
Yeah, he's lagging a bit.
Listen, on the Epstein list email that I sent in the group chat, if you type in the search bar Guthrie, one of the email that popped up, just wanted to give you a heads up. She's done another interview with Savannah Guthrie. In it, she said the following. She was interviewed by FBI in 2011. By an interview, she gave the names of all the girls she helped to traffic. 2, she was also interviewed by SDNY, no time frame. 2 other women also tell DOJ that Epstein specifically trafficked them to other men. And there are cameras in the NYC house and others where you can watch people in the bathroom and elsewhere. They plan to air it on today and this Friday's Dateline. Hope that's helpful. Public Affairs, United States Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York. He got a message from the feds telling him, hey, they about to air a story on you this week.
Oh, dude, he was connected. Dude, by the way, do you guys know the name Ted Gunderson? He was a reporter from back in the day, and he started to break like all of this shit, like all of this type of like Pizzagate stuff and stuff. And he died. Like, Hammer, can you look up who is Ted Gunderson and see what it gives you for like a little. But does that ring a bell to any of you guys? I know Alex Jones said that he had talked to him once too, and at the time everyone's like, "Oh, he's just."
I love Alex Jones.
He was just a crazy conspiracy
theorist.
He was
just on PBD, Paul. He was just on Pat Bedger David the other day, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I love PBD podcast, bro. That killed it. That shit was tough, bro. I was like,
dude,
we need to give Alex Jones a big old apology. You know what I'm saying? Because also, let's not forget, he's also the first one to really expose Bohemian Grove. Because before it was Bohemian Grove.
He infiltrated that.
Yes, I love, dude. It's still the only video like that anyone's ever really got.
We're talking about Moloch a couple times. That's the fucking wooden owl in Bohemian Grove. Is Moloch?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what they're all praying to. That's the figure.
Dude, this shit's no bueno, man. Did you find any information here?
It's shit like this that when you wake up in the world, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I'm going to work today. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like why?
This is the shit
like
that
this, bro? Like,
where I pray every day now, even more. I pray at least. I'm almost looking like a Muslim, bro. I'm praying 5 times a day.
It's such
feel
a
me?
sick world, man. Like
It's a
it's
like
fucking
it's a big
disturbing.
shit show.
Yeah,
But at
it
the
is.
same time,
It's
like
fucking
as a
disturbing,
Christian,
man.
we do learn that, like the Satan, this is his domain. You know what I'm saying? So to see all the sickening stuff happening is insane. I had another breakthrough in my own brain just when I was thinking about like all the old gods and all this other stuff, and like I was reading the Bible and I was doing some research, and then I found out that when the angels was cast out of heaven, there was 4,000 angels that was cast out of heaven, right? After that, then you had certain events. You had the Tower of Babel, and that's where God ended up. He destroyed the tower and he displaced everybody. He put everyone in different areas, right? So I mean, at the same time, amongst these regular people, you also have these fallen angels that are over there too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what happened at that point was that it just spread evil all over. You know what I'm saying? To the point where now you have people that we're over here saying like, oh, like why are all these Jewish people like worshiping Baal and Moloch and stuff like that and within the Epstein emails. Well, in the Bible it speaks on that too, that they started, in Jerusalem and like Israel, pretty much it was after the flood, right before Jesus, stuff like that. They were worshiping false idols and doing sacrifices to the same gods. That's where we find out about Baal and Moloch in the Bible and stuff like that. So
Did
it's
you
like,
see the protesters in fucking Iran burnt a fucking effigy of Baal?
yeah, I seen that. Which I
And
don't,
then
was it
and
the
then
protesters? Because I'm
Netanyahu
seeing two different
said
stories.
what did he say?
So I saw that it was just the Iranian regime doing it. That the regime was burning it because they put the Star of David on Baal's forehead.
Huh.
And so they said that that's what they were burning that down. I feel like if it was the protesters, they wouldn't have done that to.
Oh, so maybe it wasn't protesters, right? So
Yeah,
maybe
but that's the thing though. I don't really know though because like I keep trying to look up stuff on this and I can't find anything on it. I can't.
Because they don't want you
So
to.
yeah, exactly. So like I
dude,
don't know what the true story is.
the
I don't know who's doing
Talmud,
it, but I
dude,
did
the
see that
stuff
though.
that's in the Talmud, I don't know, like I used to think it was crazy that people would say that some juices friggin' worshiping the devil, but some of the stuff I start to see, man, it's pretty
It's in
convincing.
there.
I don't
You have
know,
to read the
but
book of
not
Judges. It
all of them,
talks about how they do
obviously,
that.
but
Oh yeah, no, not all of them, but I mean, like I
The
said, read the book
elite
of Judges. You
ones.
learn about it.
The,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
the
big
top
saying?
ones.
time.
So that
Big
makes
time, the
sense.
elite ones. Like, and all these fools, all of our politicians, all these fools who put on the little tiny hat and go kiss the wall. What the fuck is up with that bullshit?
I
Them
think it, I think
boys.
it's because
Them
Israel
boys.
controls us. I think Israel
I don't
has
like
so
that
much
shit.
dirt on America that like
That video I told you about that I'm going to post is about them being involved with friggin' 9/11 and
yeah, I
about
feel like
how
Israel got
Building
their
7, the way
thumb
it
on us
collapsed, was
because
blown
of
up.
money.
They
You
did that
gotta
to all the
think
Yeah.
them
buildings.
boys run all these banks,
Yeah.
all this shit. You gotta think them boys run all these banks. The
Take me
world
away,
currency is the
feds.
American dollar. So for the world currency to
Mhm.
stay the American dollar, since it's the most powerful, okay, we got to keep it the most powerful, but we got to listen to them boys who run the fucking banking system, who have the option to make it the most powerful or the least powerful. They can control the market. That's why Epstein was such a kingmaker, because people went to him for the stocks. Even in the Stephen Bannon interview, he was talking about when he was in jail, people were coming up to him like, hey, what stocks are good right now? And he was telling them, and they were making money off of it because he already had all the insider information.
Dude, what did you guys think about how he was tight with fucking David Rothschild? Like that makes total
Yeah.
sense, obviously. Total sense. The
Mhm.
Rothschilds
It
are
makes sense. All
fucking
the elites
dude, the
together.
Rothschilds are involved in everything. Like they're the banking fucking system, the world fucking banking system.
And juices love banks.
Yeah.
You feel me? They love the bank.
We just talking about a lot
Did
of
you see
juice
that
today.
viral video? I think it was like a couple of weeks ago about the Hasidic Jews in New York all being on welfare.
Yeah,
Guys,
I saw that too. I saw that. Yep.
do you know why we have ridges on the side of our coins? Because the juices.
So they could pick it up.
No,
Is that
so
what-
they can't shave. So they can't shave off. So they can't shave off because they're not made out of
Let me
silver
stop.
anymore. You
Yeah,
don't
let me
really know
stop.
this?
Let me
No,
stop.
that's
Nah.
serious. Yo,
I'm just being
people taking
racist.
coins back in the day and shaving shit off and then remelting it.
Yes,
Yeah.
when it was made out of silver and
Yeah.
gold, they would shave it off, and they would. So they made the ridges so it was hard to shave it off.
Yeah.
No,
Those
really,
damn juices.
you can look it up. No, you can look
They
it
were
up.
melting
Like,
their silver coins from their welfare money.
I bet you
Dirty juice.
I bet you Netanyahu is already sending somebody for me right now as we speak.
You know? He's
Why
like,
do you
"They
think
know, they
juices?
know."
Why do you think juices have gotten kicked out of 109 countries in the world? Riddle me that.
See, so I started doing that too. I started looking
Because they
into
start
that
shit
too.
everywhere they fucking go.
Yeah, and like that's
Why
the
do you
thing. Like,
think
I had to
now that
separate the people.
AI? Why do you think now that AI is translating Schmittler's speeches and like in the tone that he was speaking, and he's talking about juices taking over like movies and music and pushing all this freaking like trans type stuff and like that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Not that he would. I don't know what just happened.
That's what happened.
And I don't hear anybody either.
A lot of that.
Now we have another situation like before.
Oh
It's
no.
not funny.
Yo, you kept saying,
Not
you
funny,
kept
Joey.
calling them boys out, bro. They were like one button. Shut
Them
the fuck
boys,
up.
them boys.
Them boys.
I read your lips. You said them boys.
They got you. They got you. Oh,
The fuck, man?
they already infiltrated.
How can I reset?
It took a
dude,
whole
without messing
second
you
and a
guys up?
half. And
What
they
did
were
I
like,
do
what?
last
We
time?
heard you.
Right?
We're
They
listening.
took John.
maybe
they
this
took
will
John
help.
and him out.
Right.
Them boys are fucking shutting us down.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
John just put shake my head. Yeah, he's
Bro, I had to put my freaking phone on do not disturb.
It's them boys.
Turns it off, right?
I still can't hear you guys though. Hey, can you guys hear me?
No, we can't hear you.
No, you can't hear me.
No.
Joey, thank you, Joey. That's very helpful. That's last time it eventually came back. There's messages, private messages here too.
Yeah, I think with this shit, it's just so many fucked up people involved, and they all used each other to get to powerful positions.
This is going to be world devastating.
Yeah, this is going to start wars. This is
We
going to
know right now France is also implicated, right? Because we found out with the guy that the one who got thrown off the cliff or whatever it is, he was in a relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell's sister. We know that Ghislaine Maxwell, her dad, was an MI6 agent as well. Okay, so we understand that stuff. So now that's implicating also France because the sister's from France, all right? And she has ties to people within France as well. So it's tying in France, it's tying in a lot of European countries, it's tying in some people from the Middle East, you know what I mean? We have the Sultan from
I don't know, guys. The juices did it
it's
to
just
me.
a lot. There's just a lot of countries that are implicated right now.
Let me
And I think once we start to like really break it down, it's going to be a lot of government people, and it's going to erupt the world in a way, not even just because people are going to be outraged, but also these are all your leaders, and now we have to try to figure out how can we trust these leaders again? How can we trust people to run our countries again? So this is really just going to cause a good amount of chaos.
Yeah, and I think that this is gonna like, you know how for years everybody's been trying to push the cryptocurrency and shit like that. This might push that because a lot of this was for paper dollars. Like I just AI'd on ChatGPT like a list of the prompt was give me a list of high-powered world politicians and Epstein files implicated in crimes. One of the names was Howard Lutnick, the U.S. Commerce Secretary, linked to Epstein. He had the fucking economy on call. The
You guys
fucking
can
guy
hear
who
what I'm
prints
saying?
money.
Yeah, you can hear what I'm saying?
No.
You can't hear what you're saying.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to sit this one out, bro. You're gonna have to sit this one out, buddy.
Just mute your fucking mic so you have to listen to your fucking chug.
At least you have juice in your cup this time,
Right, I
bro.
was just about to say
Can't
that. At
really
least he's got
reset.
something
You
to
guys
stuff.
just carry on.
No, don't worry,
We're
we
just
are,
talking
bud.
trash about
Fifth,
you.
you leave the show until this thing apparently.
You won't know what's being said
last
until
time
you watch it
it
afterwards.
came back after a while, so just don't worry about me.
Stop
Carry on.
This is
talking,
our
man,
time,
so
boy.
we can have a
This is
conversation.
our time, boy. We can have an insurrection right now. He can't hear us. He doesn't know what's going on. Let's plan an attack, okay?
Yes.
There he goes, figuring the camera again.
Yep. Oh, Daddy, give it to me deeper.
YouTube did not like the video of me putting finger in the camera. Not at all. They took that shit right down. It was up there for like a whole hour, and then YouTube got flagged. I was like, what the fuck? It says finger in the camera, flagged, inappropriate content. I'm like, no shit.
Bro, you gotta be dying. Shut up, Paul. Don't try to talk.
He's practicing.
Look how bad he is. Look how bad he is. He's so pissed.
He's so puzzled, dude. He's so puzzled. Look at him. He's so puzzled.
Going through his head right now. He can't even talk.
Is he doing that with the American flag there on the inside?
Yeah,
it's his vagina and will have American flag lining. That's crazy. That's super American.
It's
That's
American.
super American. Oh yeah.
All he needs is a hot dog and cheeseburger in his mouth right now.
And we're talking about the food.
Yes.
No Epstein talks. No coded words. We're talking about real hot dogs and real hamburgers. You know what I mean? We're not going to talk about the hot dogs that Obama had flown in from Chicago, $65,000 worth. That's crazy to me too. And I remember that during Pizzagate, $65,000 worth of hot dogs. I remember going to my mom and be like, yo, why would a president need $65,000 worth of hot dogs to be sent from Chicago to the White House for a private?
That's a lot of people at that private party, boy.
I just want everyone to know he's also drinking Kool-Aid. Oh, never mind. It's blood, I guess. It's
adrenochrome.
It's kid blood.
Hey, did you hear about the butler or the assistant that was trying to sell Epstein's little black book, the address book?
Where's he dead? They can't find him now?
Well, I think he's dead now, but they sentenced him to jail because he was trying to like blackmail the FBI with the book. He was like, I'm not gonna give it to you unless you give me 50 grand. I'm broke.
50 grand? That was it?
Right.
That's it?
They're not paying for that?
Nah, the Fed said that he was obstructing justice. And they fucking raided him and took the book and I think sentenced him to like 3 years.
Yeah,
and then now he's out of jail, he's dead.
Don't trust the feds, bro. I just don't trust the feds, bro.
Like,
well, look at the fucking feds are sending emails to Epstein saying, hey, bro, you're going to be in the news.
I mean, because the feds are also scrubbing the files before it even gets to the DOJ in the first place.
Well, look at when they pulled shit that they dumped already.
So who's redacting
when they
them?
first dumped the files,
John,
they dumped it in one
the
PDF.
FBI or the CIA or the DOJ?
So you said it again? Who I think is redacting?
Yeah, who do you think that? Because you're saying it goes to the FBI, then the DOJ, then getting released to us, right? Like
yeah, it's the FBI first. So yeah, because the DOJ already said. Yeah, the DOJ already said that they're getting it already redacted, and then they redact more.
That's wild.
But that's another thing too. Is like think about this during the Biden administration, right? We had that man Comey, right? He was the head of the FBI. Mm-hmm. Not only do we already know that he's kind of implicated in the January 6th insurrection on the State House, right? We also know that he's done a lot of other, incriminating things. That's the reason why we questioned him about a lot of stuff with the fake not Epstein, the Russia hoax, right? Mm-hmm. Why would he not have already scrubbed most of the pages out? That is even kind of incriminating some of the Democrats that he sides with. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We had 4 years of Biden in office where they already had the files. They were quiet about it. They probably was over there just removing certain things. Boom, 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 cutting some people out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then they're already redacting half the stuff. So now we don't even really know who they're really even talking to in the first place. Right. You know what I mean? And I don't even know how redactions work or how to unredact or where does that go or how do you figure these things out? But it's like I'm pretty sure once we start to
keywords in, you just put keywords in and the AI redacts it for you. There's some things redacted about Trump that mention the Trump Towers and go into like an event at the Trump Towers and it says the address and then it says the redacted towers with the address. It's like, okay, you type that address and it's the Trump Towers. But it's like, okay, you just typed in keywords. So they put in a bunch of names that they didn't want released. Here's our list. Make sure these people are protected. Redact everything about them. And they did it for a shitload of people, left, right, red, blue. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, these are the people we can't let go down.
Yeah, I don't think that we're ever going to get the full file or the full list. We're never going to fully know. And that's what's going to cause the chaos, is because when people don't know anything, they fear the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we're scared of aliens because we don't know what they are.
It's only going to get more chaotic, in my opinion, because we're going to keep dragging this out for the next few years, in my opinion. And the more that we don't know and the more that they beat around the bush, the more the public's going to be like, oh, all of you are fucked up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because, like, look at Pam Bondi. You're the Attorney General, head of the Department of Justice. You are the main fucking lawyer. Why are you just deflecting and be like, hey, look at Dow Jones, though. Wall Street's great.
Yeah, see, that's another thing, too. Like, I think that she's kind of a clown. I do like the move that she did.
Pam Bondi is as useless as tits on a bowl.
So you can hear us, motherfucker.
No, but he might be listening on YouTube, and there's like a 2-3 second delay.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can only hear you now because I'm listening quietly on my iPad.
Okay, all right, that works then. But yeah, like, I thought a huge fan of Pam Bondi. At least he didn't hear all the stuff when we were talking about trying to overthrow him.
Oh yeah, he's done.
But like, yeah, like Pam Bondi, like, she's very weird. I do like how she kind of exposed a lot of Congress by, searching through their search histories and stuff like that, which they were really upset about. But other than that,
I think that's deflection too. I think that's deflection too.
It definitely
it's like, okay, yeah, but I did wrong, but that one did wrong too. Listen to that one. Don't talk about this person doing wrong. Talk about that one.
Exactly. And
I think we're gonna play the whole pointing fingers game for the next decade. Until the American public and the world realizes, hey, none of these politicians can be trusted. We already think that, but we got to get the majority of people to think that they're all no good.
I just don't think that we'll ever, I feel like no matter who it is, no matter, even if we scrub all not scrub all of it, we take all the Epstein people out, right? We arrest them, whatever we do with them. I would like the capital punishment for most of them, but I feel like it doesn't matter. I think no matter what, because
there'll always be new weirdos.
Exactly, there's always gonna be weirdos here. It's the how can I say it? Not the energy, not the entity.
A guillotine on the front lawn of the White House.
It would be fire to do that. It would be fire, but I feel like it's the darkness that this world is already pretty much engulfed in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no matter who it is, no matter what it is, it's going to have more issues. You know what I mean? Someone else is just going to pick up on it, you know what I mean? And just let it rot again, because this is what
it's not the person, it's the system. If you don't dismantle the system, it doesn't matter. The people going through it are going to be corrupt by the end, because that's the way the system's designed. So you have to just break down society in its entirety and then rebuild it the correct way, where you take away this corruptive system that's built. Because like we were saying earlier, you could come into this with the best and greatest intentions and be pure, but by the time you get through the system to get where you need to be, you've been corrupted, and it's designed that way, because you'll never make it to the top without using corruption. Like, you have to, so you need money to run, right? So-and-so's gonna give you X amount of dollars. Now you're beholden to their agenda. They're gonna come through and say, listen, I'll give you X amount of dollars, but I need you to go to this committee and fund. I need these funds from this committee. I need you to go lobby for me here. And they become a lobbyist thing to try to get government funds.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the system is a global system. That's what we're learning. Is that it's a global system. Everyone is implicated.
Yeah, I always say at the end of the day, I don't think that Washington can fix itself.
Can you hear us now?
Keeps popping in 60 seconds. Like, would have thought.
I gotta say something. I have to feel important. I'm addicted to talking.
Look at the delay.
You son of a bitch.
No, man. Like I said, I will tell everyone every day, and I'm pretty sure people see it on my social. You know what I'm saying? Especially where it's like now, it's actually kind of popping off my social a little bit because I've been actually having like open debates with like Muslims and stuff like that. People are, private messaging me trying to debate me. Someone's just messaged me just a while ago. Was, well, how did Mary get pregnant? You know what I mean? Like, and I like those talks because you know what? Then I get to open people's eyes up. I think that more people need to open their eyes to just see that the evil within this world is going to be here no matter who is in charge, no matter what list is out. It's going to be here. The only thing we can really do is, pray and, know who we serve in general. You know what I mean? Don't put our energy and our devotion to regular human beings because we're all corrupt. You know what I mean? Like we're all corrupt. And once you start to really, that's why I never say I'm MAGA or anything like that. I might have a lot of conservative thoughts or ideas and stuff like that, but I don't give my loyalty to people themselves. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I mean? No offense to you guys. I mean, I'm loyal to this podcast, but at the same time, at the same day, I can't just be fully devoted to human beings. You know what I mean? Because we all fuck up. You know what I mean? In one way or another. So it's like once people start to realize that, and people won't really care much. Not that we shouldn't care about the Epstein files. It's just that our attention will be somewhere else of where what we should care about. Because this stuff's gonna happen no matter what. The only thing we have to just do is just stay safe, keep our kids safe, and then wait for the next move.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
I think
because
we're
no matter
leading
what.
towards a one world government, whether we like it or not. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah, we're
because
leading to that.
all
We're
of
leading
these
to the one world
connections are
religion.
already there. And if this AI race goes the way they're saying, like that's gonna affect the world.
I like the guillotine
It's
idea
gonna get-
better.
Yeah. And then it's gonna get to the point where like, we're gonna be like a surveillance state and lose all our freedoms. Because how are we gonna enforce anything to fucking prosecute?
How does one world government even look when you have nations like China, Russia, United States, Israel at this point, all thinking that they're the top dog? Because think about it, even if you have one world government, there needs to be a hierarchy. So there needs to be someone on top.
Well, yeah, it would have to be a World War III, and then like the top three leaders would be like the top three finishers in the war.
Or does it look like this? Or does it, to get everyone appeased, is it like you take the most elite from every country and form a cabal on the top, and then the countries then fall depleted underneath, where there's a centralized top? Yeah. That makes more sense. Kind of looking at.
I think that would be part of the war. That would be the strategy for the war. Deplete their system and their structure and their economy and their government first. That way, when we do attack them, we can easily take over their land and their country.
But you don't need it. But that eliminates taking shit over anymore, because now you're one world government. You don't need that anymore because it's all umbrellaed under one anyways. Right now, we're fighting for resources because we're separate. We're separate entities. Once all these entities come under one umbrella, that's the unity. There's no need at this point to move borders, to grab resources, because everything's integrated into the global economy as one, not separate, because we have a global economy now, but it's separate entities into one entity. This eliminates the separateness and creates a one umbrella.
But like you said, for the hierarchy, we got to figure out how to create the hierarchy. So there's going to be
if you take some of the best, if you take the best and brightest oligarchies and the most elite people from each country and form that cabal, there you are. There's your top. Those people all sit at the table together and make group decisions. I'm saying what branches underneath
But to make that cabal, you're going to have to like outbid other countries. You're going to have to like prove that you're the winning horse. So
you already are, because you're these people that lead us now and lead Germany, like these elite. I'm talking about like these kind of like European leaders, like the top. These all
we've been taking them for years and building.
It's almost like the United Nations. It's almost like the United Nations.
Yeah, but it's gonna be even higher than that, I think.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's gonna be higher than that, but it's gonna be pretty much. Let's just say like it's almost like every country's president is part of this one group. It's almost like looking at them as like almost like the company, and then they discuss amongst themselves. We don't get to really discuss about it, but they discuss amongst themselves what is and what isn't, and then they trickle it down. And
that's a great metaphor for it. It's going to be like a bigger UN.
But what now here's the other thing. There's so many different societal structures. Like we're capitalists, there's socialism, there's communism in this world. Which now you put all this together, which one is going to take? Which one's going to supersede?
I think we're
can't
gonna
have three separate entities running like that. You know what I mean?
I think we're gonna mix a bunch of them. We're gonna have a hybrid. We already kind of have a hybrid. Look, we have capitalism and socialism in America already. You know what I mean? With so many people, they said when the food stamps went down, 1 in 6 Americans are on food stamps. We're already like a good percentage of a socialist country. So we're already kind of there.
Yeah.
So like
we're one president away from we're one election away from being a communist country. You know what I'm saying?
We have a lot of freedoms in this country that the rest of the world don't have. When we become one, instead of being like look at like a box of crayons. Every crayon in there's a different color and unique in its own way and great in its own way. Take those together and put them together, it becomes a sloppy gray.
Right,
dull color. What's going to happen? So with that analogy, look at it like we have freedoms in America that other countries aren't afforded. What happens when we all come together? Are we going to lose these freedoms, or are these people going to adopt ours? Because they're going to be, as we're all one now. Like, does that mean like the women in Afghanistan are going to be allowed to go to school, drive cars, and not wear burqas and shit?
I think we'll run the same system like we do with the states. Each state will have their own laws and regulations and shit, but have to adhere to a higher structure. So I think we'll have like a new Declaration of Independence, a new Constitution type shit, where we'll have most of our rights. I think some of them will be taken from us, but I think that there'll be a mixture where we're going to end up becoming like a police.
No, I agree with you. It's the right side to do it. Think about 9/11, dude. We signed away the Patriot Act.
Like what, the First Amendment?
Our protective rights. So they'll still guise it to us in the same method. They'll be like, security for freedoms for security for freedoms. And and us as a whole, I'm not like this, but a lot of people are. I'll be like, oh yeah, I want to be safe here. I won't, like, they won't be voting anymore. You know what I mean? There's going to be certain things that are taken away from us.
Yeah.
Like, let's go back to a king structure. You know what I mean? Like, how is this? And religion, to go to you guys, because I'm not really religious, but you guys are more religious.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing. Now to Joey's point about like Afghanistan and stuff like that, right?
Feudalism is what they want, boys. Feudalism.
This guy is crazy.
Them boys.
But the reason why like the Middle Eastern countries, the laws that they have is not based off of like political reasons. It's religious. So that would be the next thing that they would have to kind of eradicate. And we're already starting to see that a little bit now. If you look at the Pope, he's bringing in, he's letting Muslims be able to pray in there, which is weird to me because non-Muslims can't go to Mecca. You know what I mean? We can't step into Mecca unless we're Muslim. But that's where they would have to figure out how to eliminate the religious differences. And
I think they're trying to stop. Yeah, look at the last few popes. Look at the last pope, the older pope. He said it was okay for gays to marry because, love and this and that.
That's going to be the hardest thing. That's going to be the hardest thing for them to accomplish. These religious wars have run through humankind for thousands of years. It is the most, if you want to call it decisive, or the thing that's divided people the most has been religion for the longest amount of time. That seed runs deep. So I'll go with what you're saying, John. Yeah, no, I agree with you, but that's a seed that runs hella deep.
I think the biggest religious fight will be where it always is in the Middle East. You know what I mean? Where like the base of religion and humanity started. But I feel like in America, we've kind of already like given up. How many churches do you see closing all the time? Like
but that's the scary part. That is part of this scary part, because when that starts,
Jesus is king.
You know what I mean? Look at this, right? We have a lot of Americans that are so-called pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine. You know what I mean? America's already ready to go and adopt Sharia law. You feel me? So it's like, what religion or what religious laws do we implicate into this one world government? I mean, because even Europe is now doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They're being overran by Muslims laws and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, are we going to fall underneath Muslim law, or are we going to want our rights? Now, that's the thing, though, is that I think people are stupid enough to be like, yeah, let's fall into Muslim law. Let's do it. I mean, because Americans are stupid. Like, a lot of people don't do their own research on stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that would be part of the tactic. Again, like I don't think that the elites would want to have a one world government so that everyone's happy. I think that they just want control. That's all it is.
It's
It's
not
just
going to
all
be for
control. So they don't
happiness. It'll
care.
be for
Yeah,
control.
they don't care what type of theology system we have, what type of ideology system we have, as long as they can control us. What's the best
you
way
got to
control?
follow the money. So you got to think a one world government, they're going to make more money.
Yeah,
Everybody involved makes way more money.
All the countries that were Christian countries at one point in time are now just folding. You know what I mean? And I think America is the one country. Well, maybe it's not the one country because you also have Australia. You have other like little countries within Europe that are banning Sharia law and everything else, and that are fighting against it. But I think if we have a Democrat that comes into office next, they're going to fold. They're going to let it come in. They're going to let it happen. And it's just going, and that's like the whole. I think that's the religion most likely that we will go under if there was to be a one world government. It would be like Islam or at least Sharia law type. You know what I mean? But this is the thing though, underneath Sharia law, if you're a Christian, if you don't want to die or convert, then you have to pay the jizya tax, which means that you have to pay an extra tax, which is not a set number. You know what I mean? They can charge you whatever they want.
That bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? So even if we were to go under Sharia law, anyone that is not a Muslim is going to have to pay taxes. Now, what's the way of not having to pay that tax that most people are going to fold under? All right, well then let me just convert. You feel me? So like that's the way that it would go down if let's say we were to do a one world government, because it's already starting to happen.
And you know what's funny? I'm gonna be wicked racist right now. It's the white liberal women. It's the white liberal women right now that are gonna want it the most. That don't even realize that when that Sharia law comes down, they're taking every motherfucking thing away from you guys. Y'all ain't gonna have nothing left. You're not gonna be able to drive. You have to cover your fucking hair. You have to cover your goddamn fucking face. Men are gonna want to beat you, make it have no goddamn rights. But you're gonna want it right now, though.
But the best thing about it is that Sharia law will prevent them from talking because they're technically not supposed to speak on things. And I would love that part. That is the one part I do love.
That shit's gonna be hilarious.
I just asked the AI to break down the popularity of religions based on percentages and for the world. Christianity 31%, Islam.
It would be so
25%.
fucking hilarious to see white women get cucked like that.
Kids are way behind. He's so behind.
Hinduism 15%, Buddhism 7%, folk religion 6%, religiously unaffiliated is 16%.
Am I a bad person?
And Judaism is 0.2%.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And they run the world. 0.2% runs
to
the
be
world.
Jewish.
Yeah, they
like,
said
you
that
technically have to
Judaism
come from
has
the
15
tribes.
million people. Islam, well, now numbers wise, Christianity is 2.3 to 2.4
juice
billion
boxes.
people. Islam is right behind it with 2 billion. Hinduism is 1.2 billion. Buddhism's 500 million. Folk religions 400 million. And Judaism is 15 million. Question: what the fuck is folk religion?
I'm thinking it's like
Is that like Amish and like that kind of shit?
because I think Amish people are actually Christians. So I think like folk religion would probably be like pagans.
Look it up. I'm kind of curious. That's good.
Well, like people who do
Right,
that.
you got
snake
400
shit,
million.
you see
All
that
right, folk
snake?
religion refers to traditional community-based belief systems that are usually rooted in local culture and ancestry, based down through oral tradition, blended with larger religions like Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, focused on spirits, ancestors, nature, rituals, and local deities.
Yeah, so that'll be like Native Americans. Native American, what they believed in was folk religion. You know what I mean? Because they would, do the rain dance and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it says examples of folk religions: Chinese traditional
glory.
religion, ancestor veneration, Taoist, Buddhist influence, African tradition religions, various tribal spiritual systems, Shinto-related local practices in Japan, indigenous spiritual systems in the Americas, and Caribbean syncretic traditions blending African and Christian beliefs.
Yeah. So that would also be like the Haitian voodoo type stuff.
Right.
What's
All
the
the spirit.
Santeria? All that,
Would you like a squishy?
I like how you said that with no stutter, though. You said that with no stutter.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Maybe you should be speaking like that from now on, dog.
Like that's your new accent, bro.
It's your new accent. You are a what's it called? You're what is that jobs, bro? Customer service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can I have your social security number, please?
Can I please fix your computer?
Tech support.
You feel me? Or you're a scammer. Which one?
And then they always tell you that their names are like fucking Steve, Matt, or Paul.
Yeah. My name is Sean.
You know what's one thing about Middle Eastern people that I've noticed, right? And this is just an observation. This isn't disrespectful. The last name Patel. All these motherfuckers either own gas stations, hotels, convenience stores, and now we got Cash Patel as the fucking Fed guy.
No, I know a lot of doctors are Patel too.
That's a popular fucking last name.
Indians, they have super large families. A lot of them, even when they move to America, they will bring their whole family to live in that house as well. So like my doctor, he was telling me that his household had like 15 people in it.
Yeah, man, half of them are doctors or own a convenience store or hotels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, but
Indians
at the same time,
take over shit. Once one person gets in, they get everybody in.
Which,
Listen,
I mean, at the same time,
Americans need to start acting like other races and cultures. Because all of these people come over to America. Look at the Asians. Asians come over. They get fucking convenience stores, nail salons, Chinese restaurants. Immediately, they put their whole family on. The fucking Caribbean people, they come through. They make Caribbean restaurants, all this other shit, nightclubs, dances, send money home. Fucking the Jewish people, they get into banking, accounting, all this other shit. Middle Easterns, doctors, and hotels.
And they're hard workers.
Every fucking different fucking race, nationality, they come over, they put major work in, and then they send money back to their country. Yes, it helps spread the American dollar. Great. But like us Americans, we kind of have to like assimilate to their work ethic at least because we lost.
That's the reason why I'm so heavy on the Black community, and I'm not sure if people started noticing me on social media. I've been attacking it a little bit because it's like I'm tired of hearing that Black people are oppressed. You know what I mean? It's like no, that makes no sense.
You're just an Uncle Tom, bro.
Exactly. But it's like no, like every country that comes into America finds a way to succeed and be able to own something. You know what I mean? Right. As a Black man, you can open up a corner store. It has some revenue coming in. You can do anything you want. But I started doing some research into this too. I want some of you guys to look up Chad Jackson. Chad Jackson. He's a Black man and he speaks against Martin Luther King. He exposes about how Martin Luther King was a Marxist. He didn't do good for Black America, actually. And it also kind of verifies the point where Charlie Kirk was talking about that Black people were better in the 40s than they are now.
Yeah, Black Wall Street.
Yeah, but then that's the thing, though, too. At the same time, it's like, you know, we have Black people on Wall Street now, which is still good enough. Right. But it's like Black people were able to sustain their own communities and their own people with work ethic and not rely on the government. And during the Civil Rights Movement, that's what it was. It was a way for the government to supply to the Black Americans to the point where
way too many Black and brown people are living on the Democrat plantation.
It's very true, and then that's the issue. But it goes into what you were saying, Aaron. But it goes into what you were saying, Aaron. That you know, America needs to be able to adapt the work ethic and also the sense of that. Hey, we can own things too.
I think with the divide, the reason why we don't get the work ethic, looking at it, is because of the divide that they've given us for years and all these handouts and all this other shit, where it's like we've become entitled as Americans. To the point where like, I'm not going to work that job. Fuck that. I'm going to try to find something better that's going to pay me more. And it's like, no, bro, you only qualified to do that shit. Go do that.
Exactly.
People have an over sense of inflated like self worth of themselves. You're supposed to feel like you're worthy, but you're also supposed to look at yourself in the mirror in reality and go, listen, I'm a construction worker. I know I can't be a motherfucking doctor. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, I play my
part. I don't want fifth performance surgery. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. No, I need heart surgery, and fifth walks in.
I'm out.
There's two people. I don't want fifth or Paul doing surgery on me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't blame Paul's hands stuttering some shit.
But, I can build something for you. You know what I mean? Like, I know my lane. Right. So it's like.
Yeah, if I'm trying to build something, fifth, I got you.
Right. But that's what it is. It's like we all have our own part in this nation. We all run a part in this nation, which is fine. You mean knowing our role?
Dirty custodian.
which is fine. But that's the thing. We
It's
need
good
things
for you.
clean. You know what I mean? You might not be
Be
clean,
proud
but
of your
the floors are.
custodial duties.
I'm just a chef. I just cook. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing, though. Like, I'm okay with the lifestyle that I have. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the most highest paying job, but I'm very content with how I live, where I live. I have my own place. I have a family. We eat good. We chill good. You know what I mean? I'm able to get my occasional smokes. That's good. You feel me? Like, that's fine with me. I don't need anything extra in life. What
No,
are you
it
about to
goes back,
say?
John. It goes back to what you were saying. I think like, and the government has done this
That's
on
the
purpose
same way
because
I
they
look
want
at
this.
it
They want
too.
this control over us, but they have made it so that it's so easy for people to get handouts. And when I say handouts, I mean like whether it be food stamps, whether it be welfare money, whatever it is. They've made the criteria so easy that people are like, wow, I don't even have to work. I can just go get this. But they don't realize now you're beholden to that. Now you are beholden to them. They can tell you they didn't do it yet, but they're not saying in the future because we have this disease X thing flying through Asia. But we're not going to give you this month's fucking stipend if you don't go get your fucking booster shot. You know what I mean?
That's the importance
Bro,
of not
listen to
being in
this. Listen to this. Listen.
communism or
Yes.
socialism
Yes.
because the
Bro,
government
listen.
has more
My
control.
wife is a fucking food stamp worker, right? There's people that she deals with that have income properties. They own their house. They're renting out apartments, and they're bringing in fucking $5,000-$6,000 a month. And they're like, "Well, why don't I qualify?" And it's like, why would you think that you qualify? Why are you even applying?
I mean, think of Old Dirty Bastard, right? There was this one MTV interview where he's in his limo. He's already a famous rapper. He's in his limo. He's pulling up to the welfare office to go get his food stamps.
Yes, who's in
You
the
know what I mean?
limo. I remember that was on
With
MTV, bro.
MTV?
Yep.
Yeah, this shit was funny.
Yep.
And that's like, that makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like, if anything,
That shit was
if we're
hilarious.
gonna have welfare, you know what I mean? We it should only go to the people who definitely need it. You know what I mean? And
Well,
that's
like,
exactly
for
how it's supposed
example,
to be.
Massachusetts right now with the fraud in food stamps, right? It kind of started with COVID. So with the COVID coming, they stopped a bunch of protocols where you had to verify shit and stuff like that. You had to verify your expenses, verify your income, verify this, verify that. They stopped a bunch of those verifications where you could just self-declare what you make, and they were like, "Oh, okay, no problem, we believe you." And now they're finally
again.
starting to repeal that and like, "Hey, we don't have to do that anymore." But it's like, okay, you did that for fucking 6 years already, and that's 6 years worth of money that you just let people.
And in those 6 years, it ballooned. It didn't stay steady like it was. And because they lifted that, it fucking skyrocketed.
Right.
And now it's rampant and out of fucking control.
Right. And now they realize, oh shit, it's too out of control. We fucked up. We got to scale this back. And it's like, okay, you tried to make it easier for the people, but making it easier for the people, more people took advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now 2 steps forward, 10 steps back.
And guys, tell me what you think about this. I think that they should cut off all entitlement checks and then have everybody reapply. That would probably stop a lot of the fraud.
That'd fuck a lot. It would, but it also disrupt people's lives pretty bad too. The amount of time it would take to reorganize that, dude. You're talking about people not having food and money, and I get it. There is fraud there. There's got to be a better way than that. As an absolute last resort, you have to blow it up. I get it. Sometimes shit doesn't even.
So because it's inconvenient, we're just gonna let the fraud go on forever.
No, there's ways what they do the yearly recertification. So every year, these people on assistance do a really recertification. Now with these new implements, at least in Massachusetts, where now you're gonna have to provide these documents, they're gonna weed out millions of people. But with Trump also making the work requirements, that already weeded out a bunch of people, because it's like, okay, you either, if you're not
disabled, they should have been doing that though. Let's be honest. That doesn't even. That's not a big ask. That's not a big ask, bro. Like, to make sure you don't live off this for the rest of your life, you gotta look for a job. Like, you gotta put in some kind of hours.
This shit recently that says on average they think that American taxpayers
unemployment's like that.
are paying like over $1 trillion a year in fraud.
Oh, it's killing me with the glasses and
you got as many black shades on. I'm just happy there's something in there.
And I got my Kool-Aid. And I got my Kool-Aid mustache.
There you go,
Racist.
dog.
You're fucking racist.
Yeah, right. We trying to be black?
Fuck is
What, is
that?
it because there's a black man on the show? You drinking Kool-Aid? Is that what you're trying to do?
You didn't even
Cultural
offer me any.
appropriation?
That's fucked up, dog.
We're all everything's racist, bro.
Bro.
It's fucked up. I like the red.
Look at him.
Like
He's got
red
the come out
Kool-Aid?
receiver. He's like, look at all that come
Why?
out.
Bro.
Everything's
I'm about to lick
racist,
your mouth for
bro.
Lick your lips,
It's
Paul.
foul
Lick
that
your lips.
everything's racist because I like Kool-Aid, chicken, and watermelon, and I'm white as a motherfucker.
Right?
I don't like
So worked
watermelon.
up. I don't get it. Look how white my forehead is right now.
I
What
love
the
fried
fuck?
chicken, baby. That shit is fucking scrumptious.
Right, but I mean, yeah, man, like there's just a lot of things that's going on, and it's like again, I don't think there's really any serious change that we can do. It doesn't matter who's in
we're
office.
Stuck in this shithole loop, and that's all it is. It's gonna be looped until there's some more shit to pile in the
Yeah,
shithole.
we might as well just elect a Democrat just so we can just fast forward this. You know what I mean? Let's just come faster. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing this whole fucking circus show, because
Well, it's
and this
gonna
is
be a
what's-
pendulum swing. Look at you. Got to think Republican Party is already starting a fraction. The last 30 years, the way presidents go is Republican, Democrat, goes back and forth. So everybody who feels that the country's shit right now, or oh man, the last couple of years been chaos in my life, they're gonna just blame it on Republicans and Trump because that's who was in power. And they're gonna vote the opposite side because hey, this person will fix it. And we keep doing that same back and forth. It's just two arms on the same body, but we play along with the division.
Bro,
Isn't the government
I'm
supposed to be back
fucking
on a shutdown
scared
again?
for the Democrats to be back in
Yeah,
power.
I think they're shut down again. Hold on.
Yeah, because
I thought
they
it was partially,
never
right?
they never came to an agreement for the funding and stuff. I know that the Democrats are refusing the funds for DHS,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I mean we just found out that ICE just found 3,000 missing kids. You know what I mean? Like we're always talking about the kids, and the people that are finding the kids. When even if it's not their job to do it, they're finding it.
Yeah, we're under a partial shutdown right now. The funding lapse is specifically affecting the Department of Homeland
No,
Security
Democrats
after
definitely don't
Congress
care about
failed
the
to pass a
kids.
spending bill before its funding expired. Agencies like TSA and other Department of Homeland Security components are operating, but many workers are working without pay. Yo, that must be a horrible job. You work at TSA and then like every other year the government shuts down. You got to go to work for like a month without pay. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
quit,
trash.
bro. I'm gonna get another job. Like, the fuck you
Yeah,
mean I'm
no.
gonna work a month without getting paid?
And then
That
you can't even
shit's
get food
fucked up.
stamps because you're making too much.
Right.
I
It's
mean,
like,
you can't even get no
bro,
government
fucked
assistance.
up.
Yeah,
I
but it's like
almost-
TSA
I
is
was
gonna
wondering,
turn into robots.
I almost
and
wonder
AI
so what
scanners.
happens. So I know they get retro paid. So when the government gets back open, they back pay them for that month. My question is, during that time off, do they do anything for them at all? Is there a
No.
stipend program that's like, these people are getting some kind of money, some kind of nothing? You know what I mean?
No.
They get
Nah.
absolutely
They
nothing.
get the back pay when they open. That's it.
No, I'm saying, but during that time, that month or whatever, like how we just
No.
had that month off, those motherfuckers had
No.
to survive on bills. Like,
Yeah,
With
they don't. They
fucking
can't
bank
even
accounts?
collect unemployment checks.
yeah.
crazy.
I could have sworn that the FAA, like people that worked within that, they just weren't getting paid. You know what I mean? We had ICE or military officers that just wasn't getting paid, and Trump was able to use some of the funds from the tariffs to be able to pay them and stuff that they just were not
that's
getting
right.
paid.
That's right.
Do you think they'll put AI and robots in the TSA and FAA?
Oh yeah, I think
some
that would
point.
probably be the first.
Because it'll
probably
be
the first.
easier, especially if the government shutdowns. You ain't got to worry about these humans not getting paid. They're robots,
Yeah, that's less money that you have to give out.
Yeah, you don't have to
That's
pay
more
them
money you
either.
get to keep.
right? That'd be
I mean-
so much money the government could save.
Hey, if you mean so they can take Ilhan Omar is not going to be making like 70 million a year.
Yo,
Instead
but
of 30
ask
mil.
yourself,
All the
yeah, you
politicians will
honestly,
still be rich when it comes to AI and robots because they got insider trading, so they'll just buy the right
Yeah.
stocks.
bro, you have to look at it like this. Let's just say that industry is worth $1 trillion a year. Even if they took everyone away, do you think that they're gonna find some way of not allowing that money to go there? Those people that accept that money, there's no fucking way they're gonna be like, yeah, oh well, the gig is up. Those people are going to morph their game into the next phase, and they're going to figure out how to divert that money. No, nobody getting money is just going to willingly be like, take my money away, and I'm going to be okay with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're going to find a way to fucking re-siphon that money back to them.
That's when I think the unity in people will be a thing again, kind of like we seen the unity after 9/11. It's going to be like us versus the AI and robots and shit, and the government elites that are hoarding all the money. Because we're going to be like, okay, you got to pay us somehow. But that's when it'll go down to like a social credit score, because how is everybody going to get paid? You can't give everybody the same equal amount of money. Like a universal basic income type shit.
I don't see any unity being in the United States at all. There's just so
I
many
am a lizard
different
people
groups that are funded that are just they're funding
look
to
at it
have
like
division.
this. If all of these corporations and businesses shut down and millions of people are out of work, all of those people are going to be like, all right, well, how am I going to get paid? There's not jobs now.
They gotta start rioting.
There's just going to be riots. There's going to be protests. Motherfuckers is going to be at every state house that there is. Like, yo, you need to give us money. And so for the government to restore some type of order, they're going to have to give us like a monthly check. And that's when we're going to have the hybrid capitalism, communism, socialism, universal basic income. But once we get to that point, how are they going to decide how much your check is versus my check? That's when a social credit score comes into play.
Dude, you know how much wealth the government has stole from the American people?
No, do you think it'd be like that? Or do you think everyone's just going to get a certain number? They're going to base living. They're going to base the cost of living, right, on something and say, all right, this is the baseline. And off of this baseline, everyone gets X.
Yeah. I think it's going to start at a baseline, but I think a social credit score. Like, look, we already have a credit score that tells us what we can get.
For the price of a cup of coffee, you can feed an American.
But they're going to have to factor in a little bit more than that, because your credit score is basically relying on your job and your funds. So if there's no job and funds, there's got to be something else. What other records do we have on humans? We have criminal records, mental health records, credit score,
driving
records, work history. Basically, if you are a model citizen,
and if you badmouth the government on social media, they're gonna take some of your money away.
What he said. Like,
I think
if
that
you're
also
a model citizen, you'll get more. If you do as you're told and you listen, and
they'll incentivize you to do their bidding for you.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. To the point where I was having this conversation with my wife yesterday. I said, "Wait till rats start getting paid more, because they're fucking doing
definitely
the work for the government."
What a one world government would get rid of right away.
They're gonna restore the control. It's like if you look at China right now with their surveillance state and shit like that, they got people that are super quick to rat because, hey, you're not going to bring me down and get me in trouble. Nope, fuck you. You did it.
Yep.
Whereas, like in America, we're like, nah, keep the code. But fucking, that's going to go away when it affects people's monthly checks.
But that sucks though, because that effectively gives the government all power and control.
Right.
You're handing over your sovereignty. You're handing over that sovereignty for security, and that's what was it? Benjamin Franklin said the opposite. One who gives away for security for sovereignty deserves neither, or what the fuck it is.
They want to tell you like how far you can drive.
Well, look how far we've already come, bro. We got surveillance cameras everywhere.
I know.
Already,
now that's part.
And everybody online. Like when I was doing a 4 experience and covering news stories and shit, every time there was like a crime or something like that, so many people in the comments, I'm scared, or the crime rate's up. Everybody nervous and scared nowadays. They instill the fear in us that we're so much worse now as a country than we've ever been. I don't know. When I was running the streets, getting in trouble, committing crimes as a former criminal, it was way easier to get away with crimes back in the day. There wasn't fucking cameras on every doorbell. You could go kick in a fucking door and ransack somebody's house and tie them up with nobody knowing. Now there's fucking ring cameras in every bedroom. There's fucking all of this shit.
Yeah, bro, shit is fucking crazy nowadays. Everybody, every time you come to a red light, look up at the fucking top of them. Mad cameras.
Why is he talking? Why is he talking like he's trying to hide from the FBI? He's like, "What are you on the Epstein list, bro? You over here like, I should see the cameras on top of the thing."
He's in the same email Joe Rogan was in.
Bro, that's how he talks to Kathy at night.
Bro,
He's like,
them
"Come here,
boys,
baby,
them
rub my
boys are
balls for me."
outside banging on my door right now as we speak.
Come here, baby. Put it in
See,
my
but the
butt
thing
from the
that
back.
you-
Come on. I like
that
it.
you-
He wears the glasses when he says it.
Yeah.
The thing that you're explaining, Aaron, though, is it's funny because
I'm
that,
in fucking witness protection, boys.
that describes the mark of the beast. So the mark of the
That's
beast
where
is
we're heading,
supposed
though.
to,
We're
yeah,
heading,
exactly.
though.
It dictates who can sell and who can buy. You know what I mean? So
Like
right there, like what you were
Providence,
saying,
Rhode
if you speak
Island,
against
the
it,
police
it's a
department.
By
already
the way,
did
John,
something
I
the community
appreciate
could
your
opt in.
sermon today because I missed church.
Listen, this
Yeah.
is what tells me
I
we're
got you,
already
dog.
heading towards that mark of the beast surveillance state. Providence, Rhode Island, the police department put it on the news that you can opt in to a surveillance program by letting them control your Nest or Ring doorbell camera, where they could just log in whenever there's a crime in your neighborhood, so they don't have to bother you, and they can investigate and patrol the streets to make it safer for the community. They had over
Bro, they
15,000
can just
people
get
sign
into
up the
anything
first
whenever
week.
they want.
And I'm like, all these people scared as fuck. They just built a whole spider web of cameras
Yep.
where you don't know
They build
what
a
the
matrix,
fuck
bro.
people are.
They're watching you in real time. They have
Right.
mapped out a 3D image of your neighborhood through your fucking Ring cams at
Mhm.
any
Fucking
moment. So they have 24-hour
everywhere.
surveillance on you. What?
Yeah.
Wild.
In your
And
underwear.
then
Wild.
what's going to happen, though, is citizens are going to see the crime rate go down because there's less crimes, because criminals are going to be like, I can't do nothing. There's fucking cameras everywhere. I'm not going to jail. Fuck this. Crime rate will go down. And then people will be like, see, it worked. We need to do more of this. Implement this everywhere. It's a genius idea. And then when it happens everywhere, we're like, oh, fuck, it's too late. They're watching every move we make.
Yep.
Wait until they come out with the technology to read everyone's minds.
They're
That's
already
gonna be
working on
fun.
that with the Neuralink. They put it in the monkey that can play fucking video games by thinking it.
Sexy story time with Paulie Styles.
You know what's funny is that I was looking up, not looking up, but I was listening to information to the PBD podcast about the discombobulator.
I know I
The little
should do a
machine.
show like that,
Yeah.
shouldn't I?
And what's funny, I'm not sure if any of y'all ever played video games or played video
Fuck
games.
yeah,
do.
this is Paulie
Is-
Styles. I'm not at home beating my shit to death. I'm doing the SunDaze podcast show. And I'm mad as hell. Fuck
This man is
yeah.
crazy.
That should be your new voicemail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember back in the day, everybody recording their voicemail? That's Paulie Styles' new voicemail.
That should be your intro shit.
You get the
But,
call from work, and it's like, Bing, leave a message to Paulie Styles. I'm beating my dick. SunDaze podcast. Leave a message at the beep. They're like, oh, you got to come into work today. Talk to you later.
When you're done
Fuck
beating.
yeah.
Wash your hands first.
But,
Sorry, you're in a public place.
Yeah.
But the discombobulator was spoken about in a video game. It was Metal Gear Solid 4.
I
okay?
won't be in today because
They have
I'm
this weird
sick as
machine.
fuck.
They had this weird machine that was causing people to have these headaches, and it would
Mm.
stop it. It would make them throw up, and it was because of the fact
Do
that
you guys like
within that
scary
military-
movies?
within the military, they had like neural links, so like the soldiers can be linked mentally and not have to actually voice like their tactics. I mean, they just knew what each other was going to do. But then this discombobulator used to fuck up the whole neural links, causing people to shit themselves, throw up, and everything else. And I just think it's so funny that this came out
What's
in
going to
like
happen
They
globally?
call it crowd control.
2009,
They call it the
2008.
crowd control now. When
Exactly.
people go to riot and they got that control,
To shit themselves.
they send that frequency beam that us as humans don't like, and we have to get out of the way of it. Dispersing crowds, bro. They're using it.
Yeah.
They're currently using it now.
That's
Mm-hmm.
the easiest thing to be able to kind of control things.
Bro, that would be
Crowd control
hilarious if I
wise.
had a gun I could just point at people and make them shit themselves.
I mean, all it
That's
is
the
is
clip.
just different
That's the
waves.
clip.
It's just different waves. You'll be able to get that probably off the black market. You know what I'm saying?
It's literally just going to be a short of him saying, I want a gun to make people shit themselves.
Yo, you know,
That
the
would be
FBI is
fire,
knock
though.
on his door tomorrow now. But you want a gun, kid? In
I use it on
Massachusetts,
myself every time I'm at work.
They're like, go to Florida and then you can talk about it.
right?
Yeah, talking about Florida, bro. I'm trying to get there myself.
That-
Either
I feel
Florida
like-
or New Hampshire.
I
Those are the
feel
two
like
places I want to go.
The world is just going in a crazy place, and it's only going to get crazy.
I'm just making clips here. Fuck
The balance
yeah.
state, the more technologies that we accept, and we're not gonna not accept the technology because we're like, ooh, shiny new thing, and fucking we're just gonna fall into it, and that's the game plan. That's the system. That's
what I'm saying. There's no
AI is
stopping
gonna
it.
grape us all to death.
I hope so. I hope it does.
Wait, do you have a mute button for him?
But like, there's no stopping this progression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's where we as people, we also need to understand that, like, again, no matter how much we protest, no matter how much we riot. I mean, like that. If I see people rioting outside my house because of
I know you are, but what am I?
Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to stop. I could just not give a fuck about any of them. You know
The only
so
way
like,
this shit will
same with
stop
us.
is if us as Americans we wake up and say, "Hey, we're not spending our money on this."
I don't think that's even gonna work either. Because I mean,
Well,
the
no,
whole thing,
because
right? There's a
money
new thing on
makes the
March
world go
7th.
round. So if nobody's buying this new technology, they'll be
Hey,
like,
kids.
okay, move on to something else.
Yeah,
Like
but
back
I
in the
mean,
day
how
with
often are they
CDs,
not gonna buy it?
right? But like back in the day with CDs, everybody stopped buying them. They were like, "Fuck that, we're not making them no more."
You sure do got a pretty mouth.
And then they found a new way to course correct to get money. They'll always find a new way to capitalize on something. But I think that we as Americans got to think ahead and be like, not let ourselves get capitalized on. Like, fucking, but there's no unity. So it's
you guys see
designed
March
for us
7th?
to fight.
What they're doing on March 7th is supposed to be like a global protest where people aren't supposed to go to school or work, which is funny because March 7th is a Saturday. No one goes to school anyways.
Right.
And also, not like, some professions, they don't even have work on Saturday.
Right.
But that's the whole thing, is like, don't spend any money, don't do this. And I'm tired of those because you're doing that for one day, right? One
day is not enough. I think you got to do that shit for like 2 weeks.
By the way, gentlemen, 5-minute warning because we've been going for 2 hours and 25 minutes.
I mean, but even if you go with that for 2 weeks, then how are people going to eat?
That's
so think about this though.
That's
what
why
you just
they set it up like that, so we can't eat and we can't fight back.
But what you're going to do is that before the whole protest, what you're going to do is that you're going to go to the stores, buy
fucking
everything
running out of Kool-Aid, bro.
Mm-hmm. Give them the money anyways.
They get the money anyways. You feel me? It doesn't even matter. It's and that's the thing. And also, how many people are going to actually protest like that? It's not us. I don't think that protesting that way is the smart way of protesting like that. I don't really know what type of form of protest that would work underneath this system anyways anymore.
Bro, I learned that there's no unity with people, even if people are all in the same scenario. And I learned that the hard way being locked up. I remember being locked up.
John, can you tell us what's wrong with liberal white women?
I can tell that, Aaron.
Anyways, so when I was locked up, the CEO was being a dickhead one day, locked us in for the whole shift. Wouldn't let none of the workers take showers.
The world may never know.
Wouldn't let anybody do anything, right? Literally violating all our rights. So there was like me and like 3 other guys who was like, yo, we're going to refuse to lock in the cell. So that way the lieutenant has to come with the move team. And then when the lieutenant comes in, if we all unify and be like, yo, the CEO's being a dick, not letting us take showers, the lieutenant will let us take showers. Bro, it was literally 3 people that stood outside with me when it was 64 people in the unit. Everybody else locked in except the 3 of us fucking idiots. And we got lugged to the hole. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks. Fuck you, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, none of you guys gave a fuck to like fight for it. You were just like, no, I don't want to get in trouble. Sorry.
That's fucked up.
But like, if all of us did it, we wouldn't have been able to go to the hole because there's only 16 cells in segregation. You can't put 64 people there. So it's like, hey, we have to do this together to make it work. No.
Real quick before we sign out, I want to answer Paulie's question about what's wrong with liberal white women. All right, number one, they're women, okay? And this is going to sound very sexist, and I'm okay with it, okay? Women are emotional beings, and they don't make decisions based off of logical, reasonable
mental retardation
things. You know what I mean? So they're going to go off of emotions. If they see someone crying, the first thing that they do is, how can we make it better for them to not cry? Not caring about the issue that is caused in general.
Right.
So the fact that they react on emotions, right? they're going to continue to keep acting the way that they're acting. You know what I'm saying? Crying about immigration, or well, not immigration, but deportation, which I still think is freaking ridiculous, is ridiculous because there's a lot of the logical reasons of why we should deport. But because that there's people crying, these women will stay outside and continue to put themselves in harm's danger, getting shot by police, you know what I mean? And it happens. And then you also have feminine men who are just as emotional as these women are. And this is another thing I can't stand. Like, I don't even understand why men nowadays are pussies. But it's like, stop listening to the rhetoric that these women are creating and use your logical brain.
Libtards. Facts don't have feelings.
You know what I mean? Because we had two people that chose suicide by police. Two people, okay? We had the good lady, and then we had that guy that got shot too. Granted, we could sit there and argue about if that man deserved to get shot or not. The thing is that before you got shot, you also was seen on camera also assaulting ICE officers, spitting in people's faces, kicking lights out. You're reacting off of emotions instead of logic. A logical person is going to go to work, make their money, do what they have to do, okay? You know what I'm saying? You let the government do what they have to do. This is what was voted. This is a Democratic vote went down. Donald Trump won off of the base of deportation. Okay. Going against it shows that you are not for democracy, because that's what the people wanted. He got the popular vote. Okay, the people wants this stuff. And instead of, using your logical brain saying, okay, you know what? This is what the people voted for. I need to sit back and let this happen.
How did ICE do in Minnesota? Pretty good.
They did pretty good. And now Minnesota's not really talked about. You don't see anyone outside getting hurt, getting shot, or anything like that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because
Styles with the random pop-ups is killing me.
It's hilarious because it's also delayed because
they got like over 3,000 illegal.
He's heard us talking about him.
Yeah, look at him.
He's like, what the fuck are they saying about me?
Look at him. I'm part of the show too, guys. I get to talk. I want my turn.
Ha! Gay!
The delay is the funniest part. It's the delay. It's the delay that gets me. But yeah, that's what's literally wrong with liberal women. I would say the feminist movement was one of the worst things to ever happen. You know what I'm saying? Because with the feminist movement, also it destroyed a lot of other communities, like the Black community. It just destroyed America in general.
Feminism destroyed America.
We're giving too much. And I'm not saying that women don't have rights or anything else like that. But there's a reason why in the Bible, God told Eve that Adam pretty much is supposed to lead her. You know what I mean? And you don't see many successful households that are led by women. Single women have some of the most, broken households. And I'm not talking shit because my mom's a single parent. But
there actually are some women now that are starting to realize that they've been duped.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like you need a man for certain things. I mean, you need to have a man in the house. A man's voice should be loud as well. And I'm not saying that women shouldn't be heard. You know what I mean? Yes, we can listen to you. Let me listen to you, and then let me break it down logically in my own brain.
Well, they can only, when it comes to making a decision, there can only be one decision maker. You can't have two people making one decision. That doesn't make sense. But a good decision maker takes the input,
created all these
of his subordinates
out there,
and equates into his decision making. But there needs to be the head that makes the final decision. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's the thing is that we give a lot of freedom for everyone, which everyone should have freedoms. But then we also just we allow too much as well at the same time. And again, it's going to sound sexist, but I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I look at the state of the world right now, and then I reflect it with scripture, and it makes sense to me. And it's not to sound sexist because I feel like that is probably like a new age word too.
The people who think it's sexist are retarded. It's just common sense.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that every man is logical. You know what I mean? There's some illogical people out there, but majority of the time,
there's beta males that form decisions off of emotion too. So I mean, this is.
Exactly.
And we're losing in what you're talking about. I call it like the alpha male section. You know what I mean? The one that take control. We're dwindling in numbers as time goes on. It's less and less, which is why we're seeing the societal shift, and it's not heading in a good direction. We see it's getting worse instead of getting better.
Exactly.
The
pussification of men is leading the world downhill.
Which is what this government and these elites want.
No, definitely, because what do pussified people do? They fold.
Time with what we were talking about.
Yeah, pussy folds. You know what I mean? What do you do with a woman? You fold her up.
Yep.
And so that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And
That's
do you
why
want to
they've
get folded
attacked the
and fucked, or
nuclear
do you want to
family
fuck?
like they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's literally what it is. The attack of the nuclear family and breaking that apart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about this. Like we were talking about the whole welfare thing. You know what I mean? Like, and especially in the Black community, where women or families that were getting government assistance, right? They started saying, well, you can't get government assistance if your man is living with you. So a lot of the Black households, they broke apart and stayed apart because of the fact that women get more from the government, from the state, to feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? While the dad is now a deadbeat, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? And then that just caused a whole generation of just deadbeat, dads and deadbeat moms. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that was created through the government and through society.
It took the father out of the household, which is traditionally the father's the authoritarian of the household, the one that keeps order within the house. The mother doesn't. I can see it right now.
Broken families, and it made it easier for these kids to get kidnapped and fucking fall into the system. It's all Epstein's doing. It's all Epstein's doing.
Epstein.
Hey, but listen, before we wrap this up, guys.
People like the Rockefellers, so they would be able to tax half of the population that they hadn't been able to up until then.
I love how the voice is different than when he's on the show or when he's in the background. In the background, he's got like such a whispery voice and shit.
That's his gay voice. That's his gay voice.
That's why the glasses are on. He's hiding behind the glasses.
Bro, he lives right near WD Fields Park too, man. That's what they know. That's his hangout spot.
What do you say about my uncle?
Look at the delay.
It's
like he's reporting from Afghanistan or something like that. Like he's still within the same state.
This is Styles McNasty.
That's his gay name.
That's what you are in the club.
That's his kind of profile name. Styles McNasty.
But that's his name in Peace Town.
Listen, on that note,
right?
I gotta do a little shameless self-promotion before.
Why does my bumhole hurt so bad?
Yes.
There you go.
Re-release February 13th, and fucking go stream.
Yes, sir.
Also, real quick, if we're gonna do promotions, follow me on X at
Does anybody else here have anything to plug? Any take backs? Any shout outs?
Thanks,
follow me
we're not
on
already
X
doing that.
because I'm trying to get up with Facebook. I'm done with Facebook. Facebook's annoying. I have a lot of annoying people on Facebook that just want to just do gay shit. I'm not with that.
Bro, I see what Facebook.
I've already got a butt plug in. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Like people are like, you know what I mean? Like I'd like to be able to just say whatever I want to say. So follow me on X, you know what I'm saying? I think it's I'm Thugman. I think that's what it is.
I'm
really
Thugman.
Yo,
I love the name though.
Coming soon, SunDaze podcast show butt plugs.
Boom.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna be on that show. I'm not gonna be on that one. I'm probably gonna be at church. I'm gonna be at church. I might stay after on church.
Dude, that's on his OF channel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. On that note, I'm off this.
You can watch the show with something up your ass.
Styles, you gotta wrap up the end button. We'll wait.
He's talking about things going to people's asses. I don't think we're gonna end.
You gotta hit the button.
All right, gentlemen. Signing off. It's been real. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Most done.
Look at the camera again.
You know what button to push? What button do I push?